our story opens up in Gateway Station, not Anchor Point, Gateway. A group of people are waiting for their ship, the newly commissioned USCSS Hyperion, to arrive. You've been informed that it's being transferred over to Gateway from Anchor Point, and you also know that your new boss and direct line of Weyland-Yutani will be arriving with it. You've had some contact with this individual beforehand, but you've yet to get formally acquainted. However, this will change soon, and at any rate, you've got a few minutes to kill, so action.
Where are we?
Well, I mean, not on the map. Like you're at the at like a terminal in fucking Gateway. So you're basically
okay.
like like when you're waiting
Okay.
for a flight, like waiting to board, and you're just kind of sitting around.
Think I'm just checking in on my email or whatever.
Yeah, because I should mention, so Gateway, like this is where you could also buy, like there would be some basic shops on Gateway if there's anything you want to get.
Oh,
I guess I should roll my starting money now.
Yeah.
I rolled mine. I got 400. It's not much, but
You can buy a lot of candy bars with that, though.
yeah. That's a lot of 3 a.m. burgers.
So let's say 10 times
100,
100,
that's
right?
$1,000. Yeah.
Whee, I'm rich.
Is it 2d6, isn't it?
Well, it depends on your
Yeah.
your career.
Yes, for you, Corpo, it's 2d6.
Shh. I
Can
mean,
we access
incognito.
our? Let's see. Oh, there we go. I got my sheet here. Awesome. Health 1, 2.
I mean,
30.
actually, you could say that like off camera or whatever, you could spend yours.
Don't worry. Still
So what
$700.
kind of stuff can we buy? Just your average stuff?
I would say that I mean, you obviously couldn't buy like a fucking pulse rifle or anything like that, but you could
no,
buy.
no. But like, could I get like binos and a flashlight or
Oh yeah,
something?
like
Okay.
if you're for heading out, they would probably have you. They would have very basic supplies like that, especially if this is for people heading out at the frontier. They'd probably have like a sort of like a I don't know if sporting goods is the term for it necessarily what I'm thinking of, but like for outdoorsy kind of gears for crews heading out to the frontier, they'd probably have like a dedicated little.
So, is there a Dick's Sporting Goods, but for like searching creepy alien like derelicts?
So how much would that set me back? Like a high beam flashlight and
Yeah, are we using
binos?
prices from the book, or
Yeah.
are they marked up here?
Yeah, I'll just say the prices from the book, just for
Okay, I gotta pull that up again then.
Oh no, you can just. I think you should be able to. Are you guys able to see in the equipment
Yeah, I
list?
see the items.
Yeah, because
I see it.
Because you look in the items, you can just look up the item and then click on it, and it'll tell you how much it costs.
Oh, really? Let me see.
So like if you look up, say, auto dock, and then you click on that, it'll say cost. It's $50,000 or $500,000. My bad.
Okay, I'll get some
So
binos.
yeah, you can just look up what you're looking for, and you can drag it onto your sheet if memory serves.
Yep.
Oh god, the auto dog is for $500,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because you
news,
buy it
you
for a
already
Oh,
ship,
have one.
fuck.
not for an individual.
Yes, and apparently I have to complain to the manager. Why is it that ALD auto dogs and polling med pods are set for men when half of our crew are women?
That's a good question.
How many players are there?
Yeah.
File all complaints to the appropriate authority.
So, yeah, the thing is, in terms of the crew, like we have 5 players, we technically have a cast of 6, and Robo can explain why.
Yeah, did you really think I'm leaving a kid that that's my kid alone at a space station?
Sure, I mean, should they stay with their other parent?
No, orphan.
I
Or
mean,
like
that's
widower
right.
or something.
I mean, you could leave him at a Weyland-Yutani boarding school or something.
No.
That sounds
So
fucking dystopian.
as the captain, we've got
I mean, to be
crew
frank,
is 8 people total, you said? For main crew, including players?
So you've got, you're going to. I mean, obviously, you guys don't fully know this, but you've got your corporate agent and bodyguard. So that's 2. You've got you, the captain.
Well, I don't care about the bodyguard. It's a synth.
Okay. So, well, we'll just tally these up. So you got the bodyguard, you got the corpo, you got the captain, the xenobiologist, the medic, the kid. I don't know if necessarily you'd be technically part of the crew or if it's just kind of a stowaway, and then you'd have 5 NPCs. So that's about 10.
Yeah. Yes, Dax. I know Wesley Crusher. I'm getting that nipped in the bud before.
I'm gonna buy 5 PDTs so that when people leave the ship to do any kind of mission, I can track their asses as the captain.
I
So,
just
yeah.
got myself a PDAT too, so yeah.
No, PDT. The
Oh, well,
bracelet that
yeah.
I can stick on you to see where the hell you
I
went
thought
when
those were
you leave my
surgically
ship.
implanted.
These are the bracelet ones that
Oh,
you have the little.
Oh.
Yeah, they're in CMOM, I think.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I gotta double
Yeah,
check
it's
that.
the Nude Finder one.
Yep, the Newt Finders. So I'm gonna buy 5 of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy one of them.
For Junior?
Yep.
Okay.
Although it's gonna be weird because it's like, oh fuck, this thing just tells me distance. It doesn't tell me if it's above or below me. What the fuck?
And then I'll grab a diagnostic device because you never know when you're gonna need it.
It
I don't
sounds
know.
like
Hey,
the
you're gonna
captain
need to
doesn't
like
trust the
actually do
corpo.
maintenance on Hannah.
That's already
Depends who
sorted.
made her.
True. That's also true.
Sweet, I'm down to
Let's
95
see,
bucks.
what else?
Hooray!
Climbing rope.
Yeah, Lux, remember, it's climbing rope. No other uses except that. Okay? We're on the same
No
page.
kinky
Good.
S&M and lab B again, Lux.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I think Dax is mainly referring to like using it to hang unruly crew members.
Hmm.
Like, I understand some people might need to be hanged from their necks sometimes, but not literally. Like, seriously.
Pups are expensive.
Yeah.
Isn't that-
Yeah.
aren't they
I
like
thought
50
they would
mil?
be like 5,000 a pop or something. A pup. But
No,
I
think,
know.
what was that, 50 mil?
No, they're 50,000.
1,000, like a piece, I think.
Yeah, they're not cheap. That reminds me, I gotta add
You
one of
just
those.
have to be like, hey, you got any pups that fell off the back of the truck?
Get any mutt pups? Don't need the expensive
How many Because I
purebred
completely
pups.
forgot about those things. How many pup units do you think would be fitting for the ship's inventory, 1 or 2?
Well, considering they scan 1 zone per round, I don't know. I'd keep it, 2 is 1, 1 is none. But you
I
gotta
just say
look.
one because they're gonna be like you got a scientist. His job, go in there, put a PDT on him.
Yeah. All right, I'll just put 1 pup unit. So save that. So
I'd
yeah, if you-
realistically say put them in pairs, like 2
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, I
But
would-
you nerf whatever you need
Yeah.
to for drama, of
Yeah.
course.
I'll say for the time being, it's 1. Also, yeah, if you look in the journal tab and you should see Hyperion NPC roster, inventory, and crew protocol handouts, like specific to the ship.
Oh, yep.
So if you need to like remind yourself what stock we have on the ship, or like what the crew is like, that sort of thing, then you can just check those handouts. And if you guys can't see them, let me know.
All right. Does this include the personal items that people have, or?
The inventory is just what's on the ship.
All right. Okay.
Like it also it does not list what you already own.
Mhm.
Because I just couldn't be bothered to keep track of every single player's inventory. This is saying it's like, if this is all the stuff that you can expect to use aboard the ship. So it's like, you have your stock of weapons, you've got some motion trackers, you got 40 days worth of food and 40 days worth of water, Some
All
med
the
kits.
cornbread you can eat.
Yep. Until you run out or get sick of it.
we ever get
You'll
sick of
probably have to resort to
cornbread?
cannibalism by the time we get sick of it.
Half the crew is eaten, but their stocks of cornbread are full. What happened
Exactly.
here?
And then the company agent is like, excellent, it all went according to plan.
Ramba, you make me sound like I'm a sadistic bitch. I thank you.
Which reminds me, our newest booster in the server actually picked the color cornbread.
Oh
Like,
wow.
you could pick custom colors for your name if you boost the server. Totally no plug, but I actually saw someone pick cornbread. It's just this mustard yellow. Yeah, just a reminder of that.
Yeah, that's all good. So is anybody else going to do any shopping?
Cornbread. Yeah, I'm still
No,
perusing, kind of.
waiting over for the shuttle. This, I have no idea if there's anyone else with the crew here. Just going to be asking is if they even know who our new company agent is.
Oh, you probably would have gotten the last emails outlining about the salaries and all that stuff and liabilities and all that in the end.
So he just sent us a boring email and we don't know anything about you. Are you going to give us a biography about you, about all your heroic accomplishments?
Oh, she's a person that likes to go ahead
President
and
of your
present
local anime club in college.
No, she'll go ahead and actually introduce herself when you meet her. She doesn't believe in boring emails of trying to introduce herself. She likes up close and personal.
Oh God, you're one of those managers. When an email could have sufficed, you decided to give us all a 30-minute meeting.
You're welcome.
What's this? Oh, that's cutting torch is a bit above my pay grade. Do we have any cutting torches on board? Oh, we don't. Maybe one of us should. Does anyone own one already?
I
Or
think
Oh,
the mechanic does. Let me check what he has.
it might be
He doesn't have
useful
anything
for
on his
someone
sheet.
to have.
I knew I was fucking missing something. I forgot to add some shit to his sheet.
Let's
So
see.
I'll just handle him as needed later on. But
Just checking the basics. Maintenance jack.
What are you going to be bolting some doors closed?
Well, you never know. I mean, it's a maintenance jack. It's a common tool.
And
Used to open unpowered airlocks and divert power.
Yeah, more importantly, I think the science just likes, working on muscle cars.
I mean, it's literally you, Jackman. What he looks like.
oh yeah, I forgot to update his token. Let me just drag the new one so you guys can see it
I didn't even see it.
right there.
Oh, I'll get the maintenance jack then. I'll be maintenance Hugh Jackman.
Oh,
So
Lord.
sorry.
Do we know what time our ship is supposed to arrive and at what gate?
150.
You are at the right gate. You're not like walking around the airport, or not the airport. Fail the station.
$5.
God, I'm blanking on a fucking name for like an airlock or whatever, because I really don't know how these stations work. But
Did you just say Docking Bay 94?
yeah, you were starting out
Bay 94.
waiting. Yeah, you were waiting. You were told that it was going to be 10 minutes for its arrival by the time the story started.
Gotcha.
So, but we're just basically, a combination of you guys, getting acquainted and also waiting for Isaac to show up, is why things are just stretching just a little bit. But if everybody's done, we can keep on going.
Yeah, I got myself a maintenance jack, so I think I covered at least some basics. I just hope someone has a cutting torch if we ever need one.
Yeah. Well, I felt like I was going to give one to the Tyler the Roughneck, but I like goofed out and I forgot to add it to his sheet, so I'll just do it later on. But anyway, so is everybody good to go?
Yes. Well, Captain, do you even know what sort of ship we're getting?
as far as I know, they are only giving us whatever they give us. It's Weyland-Yutani they pick. Supposed to be good ship though. Hopefully top of the line is what I've been told.
Kudos for giving your character a voice. I love it.
Enough to
So,
keep us alive, probably. At least long enough for them make some money off of our efforts. Grubby old bastards.
I
They'd
mean,
put us in a tin can if they could.
well, I don't think tin cans keep pressure very well, though. Yes.
Yeah, which is the only reason we get a ship. Savvy.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out more about when they bring it to the bay. She'll check her watch to see how late it is, and if it's past the 10 minutes they said, she'll tap her foot impatiently.
as
By the
far
way,
as
good to meet you. Stretch
Yes,
out.
Captain Lareaux, and you are
Dr. Edward McCoy. I'll be your scientist.
nice to meet you, Doctor.
Likewise.
I was given names, but no faces to go with those. You understand?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no faces to the company either, so I wouldn't expect them to know that bit of humanity, yeah.
Unless it's Charles Bishop Weyland.
Is that like a legit person?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
he is the head of the company, isn't he?
Yeah, that ugly schmuck. He'll be footing the
He's
bill
the
for
guy
our
that is in charge
little...
of all those bishop units.
oh, you're thinking of Michael Bishop.
He's got like 8 different names apparently. Like in AVP 2010, it's Charles Bishop.
Albus
Michael
Percival Wolfric Brian Bishop.
Well, everybody knows that Weyland-Yutani is run by synths.
Yeah, well,
Really?
everyone knows they're absolute assholes, but hey.
Well, I would not say they're all assholes.
It's a company. What else do you expect of them?
I love how you
Let's not
guys are
sugarcoat
bad
this,
mouthing the
sweetheart.
company while working for the company and waiting in a company fucking starport. This is great.
Yeah, you never worked in a corporate environment. It's normal to bitch about your workplace.
Yeah, the agent's
So
not
what do you-
here yet. We're safe.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
am I supposed to do? Kiss ass? They want my skills. I got them. I need money. I don't want to die. So hey, I intend to get some money out of this, and
Yes. Well, let's just
I'll
hope
be
we make enough
tolerable
money
enough
so
when I
that.
work for them. That's how this works. Let's not
Oh my
sugarcoat it.
god, these are asses.
Well, I mean, you're playing a corpo, so you got to be like taking that to shit to 11, corpo. Anyway,
Salary deduction involved.
And we already said buddies rivals based on the banter we do here, or
Yeah, you can set buddies and rivals.
okay.
Look,
anyway,
I don't care about your personal opinions of the company. We all know they pay us, maybe not so much as they should, but once we're out there in space, the company doesn't exist anymore, other than whoever the agent is. Outside of that,
Hallelujah.
we have to rely on each other. So
Goddamn
as
right
long
we
as you
do.
guys do your jobs and do them well, then we won't have problem.
yes, and we should
Excellent.
endeavor to make sure you both will be fine. Okay. I am the ship's medic, Delacroix.
Nice to meet
Where
you.
do you hail from, Lacroix?
Marseille.
Fellow French origin.
Yes, and then there's the discussion in French, all of this. And I doubt is, do you really know French out of character to do this?
Not enough, no.
It's a bit rough. Maybe I understand a few bits.
Mais oui.
Oui, 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 mon ami.
Come on,
Omelette
ça
du
va.
fromage.
Isaac is late. This is his first time being late that I've seen him.
Uh-huh. Yes. So, I just don't. As long as we are going to be given the tools to make sure everything is fine, and I am going to have free reign in the medical deck to make sure you two, in case injuries happen, are treated. That should be good.
Hey, don't look at me.
Well, as far as I know, everyone will be in charge of their section. As I said, I don't care what your opinion of the company is, as long as you do your job and you do it well.
Looks like we got ourselves a merry band, don't we?
Yes, and I guess we need to figure out. We're gonna get that meeting with our CEO in person.
So as you say
Speaking of
that,
doing your job.
so
Oh,
as you say
by
that,
the way, is there booze you can buy here? I think I might want to.
Duty-free space booze.
Yeah, like a bottle of Jack or something.
yeah, I would say do this. Roll a d6, and if it's evens, there's booze. If there's odds, there are not.
You telling me
Okay, hold
Gateway
on.
doesn't have a bar at the terminal?
I mean,
What
I
kind
don't
of
know.
airport is this?
I don't know if they
Yeah,
want.
no. They don't have a bar for safe, but they do have a Chili's.
I don't know if they would
Where's
have. They would want their crews getting drunk. Or no, I'm just thinking
I
the
don't
military.
see. I don't see anyone's tokens yet, and I'm
Oh,
not
are
sure if
you
I can
looking
roll.
on? Are you looking on B deck?
Oh,
I
I'm
can't.
on the
Oh, it's
C1
still
bomber
okay.
still. Do we pick our own deck?
Oh,
Okay.
this is how it works. Okay. No, this is
I-
all new how this works with the tabs.
Yeah,
It's
it's all good.
stuck on 86% now. Damn it.
Oh. Yeah, well, it's like what I did is I made it to where the decks of the ship you can just cycle through them at will.
Oh, that's great.
And by default I have everybody just sitting on B deck.
Ah, fuck. Hold on. I gotta
That's-
reload this
okay.
thing. It's
And speak of the devil, this is the point we meet Drake.
fuck. Come on.
Oh no, it's okay. I'll just give Lux a second to reconnect.
That good
Yeah, I'm trying to
old-fashioned
refresh
European
this
ping.
thing, but well, the ping shouldn't matter too much for this thing. I just wonder how the hell this is so slow with 300 megabits on my end.
Did you try downloading more RAM?
Oh yeah, sorry, Marie. I almost forgot.
Yeah, I know it's the most common IT solution
Dedicated.
out there.
Dedicated WAM.
Dedicate.
Dedicated
Downloading
WAM.
more RAM only works when you have an ID10 tier.
Oh shit. I think it still says my user is in game. I can
No, it
only
doesn't.
select Isaac.
Try.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to refresh because I was trying to load up C deck, but it was stuck. So we'll just continue if we have to.
Okay. Because it shows you on A deck right now, and it shows you in game.
That's
Yeah.
Lux on A. Oh, now
I
Lux
don't
is
see
on A.
anything at all.
Oh wait, did I give?
Like the page stopped loading, and it's just all that black background thing
Oh well,
with
then
the
in that
texture.
case, maybe you just have to wait like 30 seconds or so for it to. Vision. So you have vision of this of B deck at least.
Yeah, I'm gone already. Hold on, let
Oh.
me reconnect again. Okay, let's see. Oh. Come on. Yeah, Lux is in there now. Wait, no. Let me connect.
Everyone went to A deck to hang out with you.
Yeah, I don't see anything at all. Just the Foundry logo top left and that grayish background.
That is very
Yeah,
weird.
I've got that at the moment.
It's still loading then. Mine took a minute to load,
Yeah.
like when I tried to look at C deck.
Oh, okay.
So I guess I can just continue, and then with any luck, it'll load.
Yeah, yeah.
If you guys want. Okay. So as I was saying, so
Just want to get my booze.
yeah. So as in, yeah, while you're chatting, you hear and feel a thump against the outer hull gateway. The airlock cycles, and a second later, a small crowd of people in various outfits step out of the airlock and leave the scene, revealing a young woman standing behind them. And I will drag her token on. So just there, I guess. And she's standing there and going, it's like, excuse me, is there a Captain Lareaux here? And like kind of glancing at the
Yes,
looking.
I'm Captain Lareaux.
She approaches you. My name's Sierra, Sierra Romero. I'm the pilot of the USCSS Hyperion. Offers hand to
Good to meet
shake.
you, Ms. Romero.
and she's saying,
Shakes hand.
yeah, smiles, and goes like, so we are ready to board. Our new boss is presently on board the ship. Shall I take you over to meet her?
Why don't you give us a tour of the ship first? Unless
Y-
she's expecting us immediately.
yeah, she sort of is, ma'am. And I prefer not
All
to
right.
keep her waiting. And she seems a little
Understood.
nervous as she's saying that, like anxious about something.
Is she waiting to meet all of us or just myself?
She seems quite keen to meet the crew and give you a briefing, and then once you're briefed, you'll have we'll be toward the ship.
Very good.
So
All right. She walks over and grabs her suitcase and wheels it behind her. Looks at the other group and smiles at them. Says, "Looks like a ride is here."
and then one of the guys in the back, this I'll just drag his token so you can see which one is like this guy right here, this like bearded like squinty goes like, oh about fucking time, and like slaps his lap and then like slings his duffel bag, gets up, and then all these other characters do as well, and so they start marching aboard the ship. And so Sierra just kind of takes the hands like, okay, well, everybody follow me, and guides you onto the ship. So, and is everybody in game, by the way?
Yeah, but I
Yeah, yes.
still,
Yes, I'm
still
in game.
can't do that little roll thing. Like it's just blank. The bottom right for me.
That's so weird.
Public roll or
Oh, if you click in the box under it, you should be able to type.
oh yeah, something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Hold on. What was it again to roll? Just
You can
D6.
type /R. I think.
Space 1d6.
Or is it
I
one
think that's what you
DB?
wanted, right?
Let me try it. One.
Well, if you want to see the number, because you said odds versus evens.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's
Okay,
an
so
even
yeah,
number.
so even number. So yeah, there is booze.
Awesome. Well, in the spaceport, like how much is a bottle of Jack there? Like,
Where are the prices? Is there beer available in
It's
this?
either $5 to $100.
I'll say that a bottle of beer, or like a case of beer, would be like $10.
no, just whiskey.
Yeah,
Do you want top shelf or bottom shelf whiskey, Lux?
it's mid-tier. It's Jack Daniels.
I'll
So
What's that, like
go
20?
50.
Nah, it'll be
50? Really?
25.
Does Jack retail for 50 a bottle there?
I'll say 30.
There you
Yeah,
go.
30 is more reasonable,
Yeah.
even though it's a bit too much for Jack Daniels, my opinion.
I
Sorry.
don't drink whiskey, so.
Well then, you need to be introduced to the world of American bourbon.
So
I
drink
know
rum.
Jack, but we just got a lot of other stuff here in Europe that's very
So-
worth trying.
So you're gonna buy some beer, and so meanwhile, so Sierra guides you guys. Let me just get rid of Kowalski's token because he isn't really relevant to the scene. So she guides you guys to the bridge of the Hyperion. It's all shiny and fancy and stuff, and then waiting at the end of the sitting in the captain's seat. And I cannot.
Of course, she'd be sitting in my seat.
So yeah, you
There's
have this.
color.
You have this slender blonde woman sitting in the captain's seat. Standing next to her is this younger looking woman.
So based off the picture, is the Hannah suit actually in like a red suit?
I really don't know, honestly.
The only person that could explain that one would be Isaac.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your mobile doll.
He will
Yeah,
not
You
get
can
if
it
he
dress
that
up
way.
plays
your
Hannah
Barbie
like he
whatever
has
you like.
before, what do you want me to dress like for you?
Oh my god. He's a terrible.
He is.
Alright. She won't acknowledge you until, like, she probably won't recognize that you guys are behind her until you play announce yourselves.
Well, that's the question though: is would the captain do so, or would the captain have Sierra do so?
Probably waiting for Sierra, who was
Yeah.
the
So
one who
yeah. So
collected
Sierra.
us.
So she clears up. Agent Drake, the Captain Lareaux and the crew of the Hyperion are here.
She'll probably pivot the seat around to actually look over her shoulder. She goes, "Ah, yes, Captain Lareaux, is it?"
That's correct, ma'am. As she walks up, holds out a hand to shake the agents.
She'll follow. She'll shake her hand in return, saying, "It's nice to meet you. Hopefully, everything with our contract has been finalized and everything is acceptable for your salaries as well as everyone else."
I can't speak for the rest of the crew, but for me, everything was in order, or I would not have signed.
No, that is a fairly good point. Yes,
I mean, it's
I
as
do
good as
apologize.
it's gonna get, huh?
Well, as I said,
Oh, look.
if there's any discrepancies or issues with your salaries of any kind, you can come and see me at any time.
Are we working with the open door policy then?
What do you mean?
Well, as in, you have an open door for any time anyone needs to talk to you, they can.
Yes.
Very good.
Aren't we touched, huh?
Well, I would rather you guys feel like you can approach me at any time, well, not at any time. We have respectful times of sleeping, of course, but just at any time that is, well, convenient.
And of course, the unspoken there is convenient for you.
She smiles as you're saying everything. She's just like, yes.
And if only we had Hank Scorpio as our boss.
So, she'll turn and go, "Well, I've already got our mission packet for where we have to go to, but I'll let you all settle in before we have to head off."
Sounds good to me. I assume
That-
now we can get a tour of the Hyperion?
Yes, Sierra, do you want to resume with introducing our guest to the facilities and where they'll be staying?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
if you need me, I'll be in my quarters.
Very good.
So just to avoid dragging everybody all over the up and down each
The
deck,
ship,
unless you
we
got
get a tour.
Yeah, well, so I mean, I'll just kind of explain. So she'll pretty much just kind of take you around and show you the the various. I mean, well, if you want, because I know people were having issues like connecting to different decks on the fly. So that's why I'm kind of putting the offer and like leaving it up to you if you want me to.
I think we can just get this done with words.
Okay,
So,
yeah. So
we
she
get
just
a tour of the ship, all of that.
Yeah, she just guides you from like starting from where we are on B deck, and then she goes up to A deck, and then goes all the way down, and she's just kind of thoroughly explaining. It's like, well, I mean, here's here are the barracks, captain's quarters are that room right there. Uh, the med lab is just down the hall, and she's going on kind of thoroughly explaining all these different things, and she's also pointing out like to NPC characters like the security personnel, like it's like, and then your armories are over there, and so on and so forth. And so yeah, points out, basically just the Scilab, as Dr. McCoy found out, and all this other stuff. And also she points out, in addition to like where you're going to be staying, things like where these where the escape pods are, and these are this and that. Bathrooms down here.
So the escape pods, they're legit pods. We
Yeah,
don't have shuttles.
One thing, is it like the death trap in Alien 3? So I'm like, holy shit, that's not a good escape pod.
No, they're like little individual pods, I believe.
Oh, that's even
Great
worse.
without the little critters, though.
Let's hope we never need them.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Knock on your woods.
I don't think there's any wood on the ship unless it's in the corporate suite.
Of course.
Probably in the corporate suite, Captain.
Gotta show those trees who's boss, huh?
So, what do you think, Dr. McCoy? Is it more than just tin can?
Well, it's tin can with a few tricks up her sleeve, so I can make work here.
And Oh, what was your name, Rhonda?
Delacroix.
Delacroix. So,
Captain
Dr.
Lawrence.
Delacroix, is it acceptable for you two?
I mean, I work out in the frontier, Captain. We have to make do with what we get.
Well, let me
Damn
know
right.
if we ever need to look at upgrading any of the supplies there. We'll see what we can do.
Understood.
Oh, very good. So,
So,
where do we do our briefing at on the bridge?
The bridge. Yep.
Got a nice hollow display table.
I know, right?
Mm.
Look at that high-end tech. Let me guess, it's broken right now.
No, we're still. So that's like your, you pretty much, if this was in film, that would be playing as you undock from the station and start to pick up speed. So,
Whee!
Nice.
I did have a section where I would have asked them while the meat bags are in the freezers, what's our resident AP up to for Hana, but Hana is not here. So several weeks have passed, and it's time for our resident synth to pull the humans out of their pods. Again, the resident's not here, so I'll just say Hana just wakes you guys up. Like the pod's open, and then
We have a Hana!
Sorry. Good morning, Isaac.
Oh shit! I actually said that without actually realizing I was on mute. Damn it!
Oh, what'd you say?
I turned around and said, "Hannah, you're fashionably late."
So we all wake up and wow, what the hell is your character's name? Drake. You unpack the Hana.
And he's gone.
You're like, let me
Oh no, we
put
lost
this
the Hannah.
together.
Yeah, pack her up again.
We've
you
lost
touched
Isaac
it,
again.
boss. You touched it and broke it. I guess the first thing I'm going to do is make sure everyone gets stabbed with hydration, and then
It's a drink, isn't it? You don't get stabbed with it.
no, it's a pill, I think. Isn't it?
Is it? I thought it was a
Let me
drink.
just. I have no idea at this point.
It
I don't
depends on what
remember
it is.
now.
It can be either a stab, it can either be a pill, it can even be a bottle of Gatorade. Well, don't worry, I'm
Hydration
getting
is
your
an
vomit bucket,
electrolyte
Captain.
solution.
It says an electrolyte solution, which has me wondering.
So I pictured like Gatorade.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think too.
It's Brondo.
Yeah.
It's Brondo. It's got what plants
Electrolytes.
crave.
Yeah.
So does everyone have to do stamina checks to start vomiting?
If you want.
Why would I start vomiting?
You woke up, you're feeling hungover, you need that hydration, you need to get that electrolytes.
No, I'm gonna go straight to the mess hall to get that shit.
I think I would have brought it to you guys and then get that going.
Oh, you're so nice.
Well, I'm the doctor, I need to make sure all of you don't die.
Oh,
Cheers, Doc.
good morning, doctor.
Good. If you're still feeling wheezy, we do have a bucket in here.
Oh, please, no one throw up on the bridge.
I need
That
a
You're
has
not.
to
You're
be,
not. You're not
faucet.
cryo asleep on the bridge. Cryo is actually on A deck.
Oh, right. Well, either way, go
Silly
puke
boy.
in the toilet, not around everyone else.
How do we
There's
move
showers.
the tokens?
Oh,
between the
you can
decks?
actually drag your token onto the map. Or you should be able
really?
to. Yeah.
Yep, sweet, it worked.
So you can just drag your character like Pogs into whatever.
Oh wow. Wait, where is it now?
So is the hydration stored in the exam room then?
I would. I don't know. I mean, well, Doc, what do you say? What would you do?
I would make sure it's going to be close over available. So the examination room, I get the door open, get that going,
Yeah.
make sure everything else is. Start flashing the light on like Eliza, just to make sure the pupils work, all of that.
All right.
Time to take a shower and a shit.
Just not in
Sure.
the same stall, yes.
Good morning, sunshines.
Speaking of morning, does anybody know if it's morning on the planet when we land?
Depends where we want to land.
Well,
Drake's
we
probably
should
going ahead
probably
and
get clean and dressed as quickly as possible so I can hit the bridge and make sure we arrived where we're supposed to.
She'll grab the hydrate from Madeline.
Oh,
Thank you, Miss Delacroix.
Singing in the shower noises.
yes. As everyone gets ready, get the kid into the shower, all of that, and then I'll also take a shower too. Get ready.
Anna is in the kitchen, meanwhile, preparing breakfast for her owner.
And just her owner, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So do I need like a comtech or something to make sure we arrived where we're supposed to?
No, the piloting role was what, made sure
Okay.
you were there. And then one of the successes that she got from the like extra successes was was to plot a more effective route.
Okay. So we're there. There's no
Yeah.
question about if
Yeah.
we're in the wrong system.
Yeah, like if you
That would be if she failed. We're like, where the hell did you drop us, Romero?
Yes. So, Captain, do we know when we're going to be landing?
Well, let's go ahead and run the sensors. Where's Dr. Damn it, Lex, what's your name?
You mean Dr. McCoy?
Yes, me and Dr. McCoy. We'll probably want our resident scientist to do those checks, yeah?
There we go. Every morning starts off better.
I think you need to be on the other side of the
You're
holo
taking it.
table.
All right.
Here's your espresso and
Let's
your
see.
filet and eggs.
Anna, I told you, you need to make sure everyone else gets the food, not just me. Ay, boy. I know you're my personal unit, but you have to also treat everyone just as much. Did no one teach you etiquette?
Sounds like
Well,
a
too
firmware
many
update
eggs.
is in need.
Executives are important people. They deserve special treatment.
Okay, yes. I won't disagree with that, but still, the others need just as much attention as I do. Equal fairness, equal survivability.
Well, anyway, I'm working that holo table.
All right, let's see what you can see. Scan the planet.
Let's see. There's gonna be a comtac, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Just
should I
flat one.
command you so you get bonuses?
Oh yeah, great.
All right, Dr. McCoy, go ahead and work your magic on this.
Also, you
Give
shouldn't
us
have
the
stress
results.
because you were chilling out for a couple of weeks.
Oh, stress goes away while you sleep?
I would
All right,
assume
so that's
so.
just one success
Yeah.
then. So you get a +1 to your comtech.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, nice. Okay, so what you get from that, so you are
I'm
currently
seeing something.
Yeah. So this ship, like the Prometheus, there's actually like windows on the bottom, like you're not necessarily standing on a window, but you can actually see directly below you onto the planet.
Ooh, pretty.
It's
Maybe.
it's got some cloudy, like it's largely just dry land, like green and gray. Sort of surface texture with a lot of sort of hurricane-like cloud formations, like a lot of spotty, like it's got a lot of weather going on, sort of, but whether that's like very rough weather or not, or if it's just like this, like the local cloud sort of makeup, you're not really able to tell. Um, but like the weather, so far, the gravity, you're able to tell that from the system scans that it's actually a little stronger than Earth gravity, but the atmosphere as actually breathable.
Oh, interesting.
Well, it's what we scientists call a fuckload of clouds. Luckily for us, it should be breathable. Might want to check first for microbial life, though, but At least it won't melt your face off. And well, it's going to be an exercise. A little bit more gravity than we're used to, but I think everyone should be able to handle that. We're all doing leg day, right?
And you said it's mostly dry land? Like,
Yeah,
there's
there's
not
not.
a ton of water?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So you got a lot
Um,
of good landing spots, Cap.
Yeah, that would be my next question. Is it mountainous? Is it mostly flat?
There are a lot of mountainous areas, and the assigned landing spot that the company gave you was strangely enough in one of those mountainous areas.
Oh
But
shit.
there are some uh, there are some spots of like just flat open ground.
So we got anything on elevation? How old is the mountain range from the looks of it? Like very windswept, still spiky.
Yeah, it's pretty spiky and very
Okay.
weathered.
Is McCoy able to push his roll to determine if there's bad, like he said, microbials or anything that we would have to worry about from a scan from here, or would we have to go to the planet to determine that?
You would have to go down to the planet to determine it.
Yeah, you need an air sample, I'd imagine.
Yeah, because you can run surface level scans here to gauge. It's like, okay, this has an atmosphere. This is what the surface composition is presenting
Mm,
itself as. But in terms of like the quality of the air,
Right,
you have to get a
be
closer
on the.
look.
So yeah, Cap, what I can guess is while there's oxygen, there might be some, or might have been some biological processes going on, but there's no telling what exactly that would be.
And those swirly clouds, we don't know if they're bad weather or just cloud formations, you're saying?
Well, you'd be the judge if you could fly through that, but hey, if it looks very strong, expect some low pressure areas. Yeah, we could be rained on. Expect water. Yeah.
Is one of those hurricane-like cloud formations over our landing site?
No.
Okay.
Don't
Well,
look like it.
Romero, go ahead and take us down safely, of course.
Hi, Captain. Are you going to commander or?
Yep.
Okay.
Always.
Sweet. So let's see. So piloting.
And I'll sit in the co-pilot's chair because I do have rank in piloting.
Oh, so you're going to assist?
But my command is better than assisting, so.
Oh yeah, you can't command and assist. Okay, so
Yeah,
that would
so
be.
+3 though.
And actually, well, the funny thing is that she has like the back of your hand for the ship, so that's a +2. So she's got a bonus of
yes.
5.
The Sorensen special.
Then walks back into the area with a bunch of trays. And then just sets them down. Here's breakfast for everyone.
Oh, that's a good
I
time
will
to
grab
drink.
a coffee off that tray before we start descending.
Yeah, so it doesn't go flying and hit something.
I'll
Oh, I
just
want my
shove
coffee.
also grab a coffee and just shove a sandwich in my mouth. Just between the sandwich, like work here, love.
I think
but
I'll
when-
grab a coffee too.
When Drake enters, Lareaux will spin about and nod in her direction and hold up a pack of cigarettes and be like, what is company policy for cigarettes on the Hyperion?
Hey, what they don't know won't kill us.
Can I offer you one?
I mean,
Ma'am?
it'll
Is
kill you
illegal to
slowly,
smoke
but
in an
that's
No,
never
all-oxygen
bad.
it's all good.
environment.
It's all good.
because that has a tendency to cause it explosion.
I'll grab one later. I'll grab one later. I've got to grab something from my suite. I'll be right back later. And she leaves.
Lareaux is gonna look on it at that and just kind of shake her head, light the cigarette, and put it in her mouth, and take a drag and then blow out a smoke ring and say, "Well, I think we didn't explode. I'm pretty sure they knew what they were doing when they built these ships."
Oi, mind if I bum one?
Sure, here.
Cheers. Good shit.
All right, Romero. Show me what you can do when we're not in outer space.
Aye, Captain. And she brings the ship down, so you guys are traveling through. And I'll say that for her extra success, she keeps the sort of to show off, just keeps the thing pretty smooth during the transition through Atmo. So whereas it normally would be like shaking and rumbling around, it's just kind of like lightly shaking a little bit as the ship's kind of cruising
Very
into
light turbulence.
very very light turbulence. So that's even during spots where they where she can't actually necessarily see that well. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to activate this next scene.
Ooh.
What the hell happened to the that other thing? Whatever. So you should be able to see down here. Oops.
Still
still
loading.
loading.
Oh, right. Yeah, I
Still
got
loading.
a little too far out
I'm
of
at
myself there.
50%.
Okay, just let me know when you guys are there.
So during this entire time, with the landing and so forth, Uma will go ahead and head back to the suite to grab like a data pad, just to do some writing and sort of note taking of how everything is progressing on the ship. And then she'll return back to the area to have those long stemmed little tube things that you smoke out of that you would put a cigarette on the other end.
Oh God.
Oh, you have the Cruella de Vil thing?
Yeah, she has that, but it's just
Oh,
for
God.
rare occasions where she just wants to go ahead and actually just really enjoy her time.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh lord.
I'm forced to remind you that smoking is considered hazardous to your health.
Yep. So is mingling with corporate.
Hana, darling, Hana,
Maybe your
Hana,
health,
it's okay.
but mingling with
okay,
corporate.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no.
Yeah,
Mingling
so
with
meanwhile,
corporate.
I say is you're all fine to smoke. And
Oh wow, I'm
I pull out like a pack of Marlboro from my pocket. Doc's
How is
orders.
McCoy bigger than the ship?
Doc's orders. Everybody smoke them if you got them.
I'm absolutely massive.
Looks, I
You're
just
bigger than a ship, Lux.
It's
I just-
Kaiju Lux.
I see.
You should
Is
not be on the
everyone
surface
wishing to
yet, by the
die?
way.
Yeah, hold on. How do I? Ah, crap.
Yeah, I didn't
How
set
do
the
I
scale of the fucking tokens on this particular map, so that was my bad.
How do I yeet them out?
What do you
Click
mean?
on them and hit delete.
What are you trying to
There's
do?
no delete.
You can't delete your own token.
Not sure
Nope.
how.
You
can't
click
delete.
on it so it's selected, and then you hit the delete key.
What's
No.
the delete key?
Yeah, there's no delete key.
On your keyboard?
Oh, yeah. Well, there's neither. But hold on, I can hit it though. No, doesn't work.
I mean, I
Hold
can
on.
delete it if you need me to.
Well, I did
Yeah.
not authorize anyone to the surface yet, so yes.
Okay, hold on.
Please do.
Oh, should I delete the ship because I had the wrong thing selected?
Yeah, I just thought it's gonna be tiny and conveniently on the ship marker. So if we do go out, I could just start dragging it. But
Yeah, so what I'll do
Oh,
is
my
I'll...
boundary crashed.
Oh, it did?
yep,
Shit.
It's
If
reloading
need be,
now.
if you need
I'm
a
back.
sample of the atmosphere taken,
it's
I
still
can
up
do
for me.
well, not risking breathing it myself, as I do not need to breathe.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, do I have to send someone off ship to do atmosphere things, or can the sensors on board do it now?
You could do the sensors now.
All right,
Open up a
McCoy, now
little
that we're
valve.
down, go ahead and work your magic. Let me know.
I'll assist
All
on
right.
the observation check, as I have observation as a skill.
Let's take a little whiff.
Hana will help with the observation.
I won't push that one. I have faith in you that you'll do your job anyway.
Observation, just a flat one. All right.
I think people said they'll help.
Oh, wait, how much help did I get?
You got two, so you got one from me, one from Hannah.
Oh, okay. How do I roll 2 more of that?
So if you do
You can just...
/R space 2dB.
Yeah.
/R space 2 dB.
Yes. Oh.
You wish to push, Doctor.
What is that? What does that say? It just says 2.
Yeah,
Is
that
if
like
you
a
roll
total?
2 ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll push that.
There we go. And you can roll those additional two
One more
bases
time.
if you want. Like
See
the
if you get
2D.
2 more successes.
Yeah.
Oh
Nope.
my god,
Nope.
another
But-
just 2 ones.
That's alright though. So, so external sensors running automatic scans determine that the air is indeed breathable and possesses no health risks in terms of its quality in the absence of any toxic gases. The scan report still advises wearing suits in case unknown contaminants are present in the air, but that's not fully necessary because your suits would give you protection and record things for you, so it's in your best interest to wear them anyway.
Well, thing is, it's safer to take a drag from the atmosphere probably than the cigarettes, but I'd still keep the helmet on if you're a breather. So
Well, we'll take the your scientific explanation. Just because an atmosphere is breathable does not always mean it is safe. So
I can still fuck you up.
Drake will pipe up and say, just to remind everyone, please keep your business private when you're wearing the suits. We don't need recordings of you doing the number 1 or 2s.
and
What about
That is a
I
very
would just
strange.
look at
What-
Drake and like
request.
arch an eyebrow and be like, "That's what you're worried about?"
what would I
doesn't need
be
to know
doing
what
taking a
you
dump
do.
in my own suit?
They're more worried about you going ahead and actually recording what you're doing in your suit.
Why would I be doing that in the first place in a suit?
Well, I have to go ahead and advise these things, you know?
Gee, you had some really rough contracts, didn't you?
Yeah. We could talk about this all over dinner after we get this job done.
Not over dinner, please.
Well,
Alright, so we have-
where do you mix?
We have ATVs. They hold 2 people. How many sites do we have to check out here?
There's going to be one up, one to your to the east. So what I will do
Oh,
is
there's only one site we have to investigate.
yes.
Oh.
Yeah, like they basically when they set up, they're like, okay, so we have this idea in mind that might be good to check out. This might be the safest place to land. So you land here and you go there.
All right, let's
Captain.
see.
Would you feel better if I wore a helmet or not?
So you're the synth, yes? You probably don't need any of that.
No, I do not. However, appearances are important to certain human beings.
Yeah, I just have a visual image reference, by the way, what the ATVs look like.
Let's see. I gotta
So
look at my
who will be
computer.
going on the away team, Captain?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm looking at who do I have? I've got. Should I send a medic just in case?
It's always better to send a medic and not need it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I'm thinking we need to send McCoy and Lacroix. And Drake, if you don't mind, since Hana is technically security for the ship, I would appreciate her going, of course.
She's a company asset. You can do as you will. Just remember, any damages, it's already covered.
Let's see. Did you say we have a xenobiologist, or is that
That's
McCoy?
McCoy.
Yep.
Do we have any other like geologists or anything?
I didn't think to bring a geologist, but we could say that Dr. Scalriano is like the boy genius he hypes himself up as, and then he's like a jack of all
Okay,
trades scientist.
So let's send Scandariato and the roughneck dude.
So
So if something breaks down, he
okay,
can
so you're
fix it.
sending.
Great.
So you're
If
sending.
something happens while I'm gone, I will not be able to protect you.
So you're saying
I
you're
think we're
sending.
fine on the
Let me
ship.
get this straight. So you're sending McCoy. You're sending Delacroix, Tyler, the roughneck, and then Harold, the scientist.
Yes.
All right, so I'll just line them up here. Yeah, and their tokens are misproportioned because of the grid. And then let me get the. I'm just doing. Cause that's one NR9, and then I will get Madeline.
Do we have 3 NR9s?
We have 2.
Oh,
Only
shit,
2,
so
and
I
they can
can't
only
send
fit 2 in each.
people.
Yeah, they have a
Yeah.
driver and a passenger. And
Damn
it's-
it.
So now the problem also, on top of that, is as stated, the gravity is much stronger gravity than you're accustomed to, which means that all close combat, stamina, and all 3 agility-based rolls that you do on the surface are going to suffer a -2 modifier.
Holy crap.
And that's actually in the GM section of the book, by the way. I kid you
No,
not.
I know. I'm just like, damn, that's gonna suck if we.
Yeah, it's
How the hell do I send the doctor and the security?
Security
Ah,
probably
shit.
knows how to drive.
Wait, secu-
Right, but we only have 2 cars, and they only fit 2 people each. Is it 2 passengers or 1
it's a driver
passenger?
passenger. It's kind of like a mongoose in
Oh
Halo.
my god. We can't have somebody hang on to the back.
I'll say this: they could maybe make a mobility roll to pull like a bad cop
Right,
and like
which
hang
is
on to
negative because of the
Yeah.
gravity.
So,
Oh man.
Sounds like something Hannah needs to do.
and people can go on foot if they so choose. Like you
How
could,
far is the location?
it would be about like oh shit, right? I got a middle mask like this far. I don't know if you can see.
Oh,
the
I was
pi-
just asking for a rough
Oh,
guesstimate.
I don't have it. I mean, I would say
Is
it's
it
probably
like 5 kilometers or?
probably about like a mile or maybe 2.
Oh,
Now, I
okay.
think we're going to be making multiple trips. That's the big thing. So,
So
who wants to go with the first wave?
let's throw Hannah. I assume you don't mind walking.
I
And
have no.
let's have the you look burly there, Pavel. Perhaps you could walk as well.
Sure thing, man.
And then that way everybody else can take a vehicle. Obviously, if you are driving, don't leave them behind.
So who's going to be driving Harold's NR9? Him or
Who
somebody
wants
else?
to do piloting checks? Go for it, Dr. McCoy.
Piloting.
Yeah, and it's -2.
I get
I'm gonna do
piloting.
mobility just to
Great.
basically like shoot as fast as can be. Reach got there.
I tried giving you some advice.
Let's see. Piloting. How would I do?
Oh,
Oh, well, you could
Uh,
potentially pull it off. I could
okay,
give commands of drive safe, obviously.
so
all right. If I can use a stunt to get there in half the time, I will.
All right. So what I'll do is, so Tyler is going to walk. Is Harold driving on his own, or is this somebody going to ride?
Well, we'll need someone to ride with him.
Okay. And
So our the 2 doctors are together, and then Harold and.
yeah, I'm just looking at. Are you sure you want him to drive? Because he's got an agility of 3.
I mean, I got an agility of 2, so.
I don't
Oh.
see. This isn't our whole shore party. Is Hana the only other one I'm sending?
Well, so hold on. So the crew, you do have 2 security personnel, and
Oh, then let's send the other security personnel out
okay, you're
there.
gonna send Kat or
Can they drive
Kowalski?
better than Harold?
Probably.
Okay.
Let's see. So in terms of their, so Kat's piloting, she's got agility 4, piloting is 0, so it's basically just base 4, and then Kowalski is probably the same deal. So they're basically just interchangeable in that sense.
All right.
So
And
I
then
guess, I guess I'll say Kowalski. He goes instead of Harold.
okay. So I will command, don't destroy those vehicles, drive them safely. We do need them to be in one piece so that we can use them for future missions.
All right. So who's going to drive the player crewed APC? Or
I think Lux got a 1 success already.
oh, he did. Oh, he did. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so then I just need to roll for fucking Kowalski.
Give him +2.
What are we wearing actually in terms of suits?
Yeah, good thing you asked
because-
about that. You have the suits from Prometheus. You have the Weyland Advanced SE suit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna
if you
be
look-
wearing that and taking an extra air tank.
if you look in the journal, or not the journal, the items directory, and you look in armor, you should see
Taking an
towards the
extra
bottom.
tank as well.
Yeah, you can get some extra air tanks. Okay, so Kowalski, so Nock, you said you were giving him a
Command to
+2.
not
Okay, so that's
ruin it,
basically
yeah.
just cancels out. So he's just rolling his base piloting.
Okay.
Oh, and he succeeds.
Hey, good. Before they leave, though, I want to give, because it sounds like I've got 3 groups. I want to give a PDT to one person in each group.
Okay.
So I probably Delacroix, Hannah, I assume we can track anyway, and I'll give one to Scandrito.
Yeah,
then
Harold
one to
Skinner,
Pavel.
he's got one. So yeah, all right. So Tyler and Harold, like I just refer them by their first names because it's kind of quicker.
Okay.
So I mean, you can do either or. That's just my personal preference. Anyway, so they get their PDTs. So Tyler's got his, and Harold's got his, and Kowalski's driving. So
Sweet.
Hana, I will
That way I
move.
can track these people.
Yeah, because you want to make sure they don't go AWOL. It's not like they have
I
anywhere
want to make
go.
sure that if something happens, I know where the hell they're at when shit hits the fan.
All right. So let's see. Let me just kind of move these guys. So you're gradually moving along. And I'm just.
Oh, I can't see anymore.
Oh, you can't? Oh, you can't. Okay, well, I'll tell you
No,
what.
because I don't have a token.
Okay,
in
we'll tell you
this,
what I'll do. I'll move your. I'll put your token in the middle,
Okay.
so you can kind of say like you're tracking along with what the group is
Can
doing.
Drake see as well, or Dax? I mean.
Yeah, sure. Let me add Drake's token to the thing.
Obviously, I'm not there, but
I know. No, I know.
You're there in spirit, Captain.
we're sitting around the hollow table, right?
So, what? Hold on. Why is that moving around? So yeah, but you are marching and driving up the rather steep terrain, but you're able to handle it, and then shit, so many tokens to deal with. And as you start to, what? Was that Isaac?
Isaac has internet issues
Yeah.
today.
And so you clear the, you ascend to the top of the cliff, and you are presenting. Hold on, let me just go ahead and add a light source. I mean, it's not ultra spectacular, but you basically see a vast open valley that would lend itself perfectly for a startup colony. And this, in tandem with how the air is already breathable, means that from what you can tell, this place is perfect for a colony. The weather's brisk and gravity's pulling at you in unpleasant ways, but at least fits the company's desires. I don't know if you guys are able to see the light source I dragged, but
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I can see
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, Drake's just going. Well, looks like we found a suitable site.
I won't be so sure just yet.
Secondly, we
Well-
probably need to make sure is that the soil samples are conducive for agricultural.
Yep. If their plants start fucking dying, they're gonna complain.
Well,
Also
that's
have
something for the company to
determine
sort
how
out.
structurally sound the ground is. If there's a sinkhole, it'd be a very bad idea.
Sorry if y'all are waiting for me. I cut out.
oh,
Now, so I guess I'll assist you on your observation checks then, McCoy, as you look around.
yeah, I was actually about to ask for an observation check.
All right. So it's a +1. Anyone else? Nope. Okay, +1.
Oh, I'll help.
All right, 2.
So, what were you trying to do exactly?
No clue. I heard I need to make a roll for that.
Oh, well, I mean, I heard, but the thing is, the reason I ask is because as you look around, you get a glimpse of the horizon, and you see something very threatening approaching. It's a storm, and it's moving very quickly.
Storm incoming.
And however, having had seen this, you get a head start to return to the Hyperion before it can harm you. Or at least to try to get to the Hyperion before it can harm you. But remember, it's going to be, -2 to each, because you're now trying to frantically get from A to B, or rather B to A. So I'm going to need, now we're going to basically do a series of fucking mobility rolls for the people who are walking, and then the damn it, piloting rolls for the people who are not. So I'm going to just go ahead and first round. So let's see. So I'll start with the people who are on foot. So that would be Hana and Tyler. So Hana, if you could go ahead and make a mobility at a -2. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let me just delete that. Minus.
So I assume there's no cover or anything from this. This is like a storm that's going to be really bad, I take it.
Yeah, it's basically, imagine the storm from Prometheus when like the big dust
Okay.
storm rolled in. It's kind of like that.
That's like shards of glass and shit that kills you.
Oh wow.
Is there a cave nearby we can just hide in?
It depends on. So hold on. Yeah. So Hana. Well, now that the storm has not caught up to you. What I'm going to do is, the way I'm going to roll this, because I mean, just bear with me, guys, because I've never rolled this kind of thing before. But so you basically have a freebie chance. This is to get a head start on it. So I'd say Tyler makes it back to here, and then Hana, if you want to get a second roll in, you may do so. And then in the meantime, I will roll for, whoever's. Oh, nice. And are you able to save mobility stunts?
I believe you can save one
Yeah.
for later.
Yeah, you gain a
Just get
+1.
it
Oh
from
no,
one.
it's a +1 modification related to. Okay. So
It's a
basically,
+1.
yeah. So next time you go to, and I mean, of course, you can't help somebody who failed. But in this case, nobody on the ground has failed yet. So let's see. So Kowalski is. God damn it! I keep meaning I have to right click. All right, -2.
And also on these shades, click and see your stunts. So
Okay, so Madeline, did you roll piloting or?
I'm asking is if there's actually a cave nearby we can just
Yeah,
like go
if you
into because
if you want to do what would that be? Survival to find a cave? To
I
wait
think
out.
technically, yeah, it's supposed to be
I
survival.
can give my extra success to Jonathan, so he doesn't have to push.
All right. So Kowalski and Harold, they stay on the road, or quote unquote. So I'll move.
cool. That suit gave me +2, so that's good.
Oh, did that automatically factor in?
Yep.
Oh, cool. So yeah, I would say that there'd be maybe like a cave, like oops, that's not the drawing tool. This is the drawing tool. Like you see like a cave like right about there, and so I assume that you and McCoy just drive in.
Yes, I'm gonna let McCoy know is let's go into that cave instead. We're not gonna make it.
Yeah. Get one. Let's not fucking die in a storm, eh?
So you
Yes,
guys,
I'm gonna let the others know. I think I'll pull from like the safety thing a flare to light it. Let them know to get towards the light and get in, for Christ's sake.
all right. So in that case, I guess the whole gang will follow you inside. Well, it depends on what Han wants to do. The NPCs will gladly be like, man, fuck this, and then like getting into cover. Han, are you gonna go with them, or are you gonna?
We'll go wherever her owner is, since they're.
Okay, so
Oh, so you'll
Hana's
be
gonna
headed back
run
to the
through
ship.
the storm back to the ship.
Yes.
Oh wait, sorry. I thought. Sorry, isn't Uma Drake?
I moved
mean,
I moved Drake here because so
Yeah,
that way
we
Drake has
wanted to see
vision.
what you guys see. That's all.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
We're watching you guys on cameras.
yeah.
Sorry, I was paying attention to who was actually here.
That's all good. I mean, yeah, I was trying to get accustomed to that myself. So you guys basically all duck into this little cave, and just like within a few seconds of everybody ducking in, you hear like this like howling and crackling, and like dust and rock and debris just get like blasted. There's this wave that just blasted in front of the cave that would have just completely knocked you out of the park if you hadn't ducked in there within like a few seconds sooner. So congratulations, you are now in a cave waiting for a storm to pass.
Did we lose communication with them when the storm hit, by the way? Or
Yes.
can we still... Ah, fuck.
So back on the ship, you have no idea what in the hell is going on. You do have.
think
I would
this
say.
is where-
I would say you would have their PDTs, but communications would be out of the question.
Gotcha. I still see their distance, but that's like it.
Do we still see the fact that they're inside the cave, right?
Well, you don't see the cave.
Well, we saw them run to the cave, and then
Well, I
the
wouldn't
storm hit.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, no. That's a good point. You would have their. I don't know if you would have suit cameras or not. Like if you would see.
Could
Oh,
I
I thought
use
you
comms
said
tech
we
Well,
to
did.
comms.
boost
I
my
said
signal?
comms. I said comms. You don't have,
Oh.
but I don't know if suit cameras would be the same thing.
It's a communication thing, and if we don't have the Wi-Fi, we don't have the Wi-Fi, especially because it's video.
Well, I meant,
Oh,
did
yeah.
we... Are you saying that they don't have the cameras at all on them?
No, I mean they have the cameras on their suits. I'm just saying. I'm trying to. I don't know if you would actually like realistically have. That's what I'm asking you guys. Would you realistically like with the cameras on the suits still be getting a video feed, or would that be cut along?
Oh,
with
no.
the...
I was just saying, would we have at least seen them running for the cave to know
Yeah.
they got shelter before the storm hit
Yeah.
and cut communications? Okay. That's more of what I want to make sure
Yeah.
of.
Yeah. Well, you saw them get into cover before things got ugly. So that's that's been handled.
Ah,
Um,
Jesus.
I think this is where Uma will probably just jump into the science station to see if she can ascertain more about this storm to see how big it is to how long it'll probably be hanging around for.
Yeah, are you able to yeah, give me a ComTech roll for that if you wouldn't mind.
Sure, I can do that.
Ooh, there you go. So you can tell that the weather on this planet seems to move much faster than it does on most other surveyed planets. Like kind of like how if you've ever seen in a lot of like documentaries and stuff how they'll have like just for dramatic effect like fast forwarded footage of weather or like time of day transition. That's basically this planet. Is that it's really overcharged. So the good news is that well, to start with the bad news. So the bad news is that the storms will roll in very fast, but the good news is that they won't last that long.
Great.
So it'll hit you very suddenly, but it will only last for like a couple hours at most.
Alright, well, looks like we're going to be out of communications with them for a while, since obviously the storm just came in.
So,
what I
what was
gather.
that time frame again?
A few hours.
Possibly a couple
Probably
of
not in
hours?
real time, but
Oh, fuck.
and
Well,
trying to take off in the storm, suffice to say, is probably not the best option either.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. Shit, they probably don't have enough air for that whole time.
Anna
God
will can I ComTech my suit, turn off the life support system on it and just put the try to put that in the signal boosting?
I would say no, the suits wouldn't be that complex, especially given that they're, almost a century old. Actually, no, they probably are a century old. So, I mean,
Yeah,
not those
they're
exact
you know
suits, but the
what?
model.
Alright, hold on. Just out of curiosity, so where the ship has landed right around here, obviously,
Yes.
is the dimensions of that, well, let's just say if that's the size of the ship as it landed there, would it theoretically, let me just move my token away from here, could it theoretically be able to fit if we were to turn our Sierra when the storm clears?
No, admittedly,
fit it
that's just
in
as
there?
big as I could make the token.
Okay.
It's not like it wouldn't be. I would say that the ship would probably be about like would take up about fuck. Where's the freehand tool? It'd be like
You should
about.
be able to drag it bigger.
I tried it. I dragged it to its max size. You can drag it up to a maximum of
Wow.
like 3 times.
Huh.
So I would say it would be about like the orange circle I drew, about like this big, compared to.
Rightio.
That's why I was saying I was bemoaning the fact that the tokens were huge compared to the ship. It's because that's just the size of the image of the ship.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
So,
Okay. So then I will turn around and say to the captain and maybe Sierra as an out loud question saying, maybe we could try to move the ship a little bit closer to them to save them on having to travel back so far, like maybe right here.
No offense, ma'am, but this is a storm, pretty bad. Romero,
Oh,
no offense, but you've impressed me. However, flying through canyons in a storm like this, probably not the best idea. Do you want to kill everyone or let them wait it out?
I'm not saying now. I'm talking about when the storm
Ah,
clears.
yes, absolutely. Then I'm depending on that terrain and what they report back. I am all for that.
All right. Well, I guess until
However,
then.
we have to consider the possibility. Uh, the air is breathable, so if they run out of air, they don't die. But what kind of contaminants are they going to run into potentially while we wait for them for the next 6 hours?
Well, that is the biggest question. Is there you did say that we would have to go ahead and the scientists would have to do like an atmospheric analysis to be able to determine if there's any microbes in the air, correct?
Yes, that's
yeah.
my understanding. So as long as he does his job while he's out there, hopefully they come back and everything's fine.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Well,
we have quarantine issues.
well, Captain, I would suggest maybe just as backup and precautionary, maybe we should start converting, maybe preparing ourselves for a quarantine situation just in case. Even though we shouldn't be breaking quarantine, but I think we're going to have to in this particular situation.
As Ramba's like, I can breathe lightly the whole time, I promise. I will
Um,
never run out of air. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, no, I just feel like after all of that, as I got back, I'm like, it sounds like we need to do an air check.
You'll be
okay,
fine.
out of character question. Could we essentially go ahead and like the science module that's around here, such
Oh, on B deck?
on B deck, is that something that could be, if we were to theoretically, lock down all the corridors to go from junction B1 or junction B2 directly into the science module if they get back to the ship, if in the event they take their helmets off due to low air supply rolls, could we go ahead and block off the passageways leading along the science sector into the science module to put them in there until we know for sure if there's no quarantine issues?
Uh, you're saying to try to quarantine them in the silo or the science module?
Yes.
Yeah, you could do that. I mean, the science module, I'll say this much stuff for the Hyperion is configured per mission.
Mhm.
So this mission is basically it's just its default state, which is kind of like a jack of all trades science module. Like in some missions, like if you will, you know, like say if you were going to capture uh, aliens or something like that, it would be reconfigured with, in such a way that it could
Containment tubes and stuff.
contain the containment stuff. It would have space for, like storing your quarry and all that other stuff. But in this
Okay.
case, it isn't really like necessarily a full science lab. That's what
Mhm.
that's what this is. If you wanted to quarantine people, I would say you put them in either the med pods or the med lab.
Okay.
Um,
Then I would maybe turn around and suggest to the captain, maybe what we should do is go ahead and uh, if a quarantine situation does come up, we should probably lock off the last doorway to the science sector just after the med lab and med pods to allow for testing of possible quarantine issues. But we'll have to
Well, I mean,
maybe get.
when they come back, they'll be in the vehicle bay,
Yes, I won't disagree
and
with that, but I'm just
then
covering possible scenarios, trying to think outside the box.
let me just look at the blueprint here. Brings it up on the holodeck. So from the
Mhm.
D deck, they can airlock, elevator.
Mhm.
No matter what, they have to cross through the living area. Bloody hell.
No, they don't. They just have to, if they come up through C2, straight up to B2, they just have to get only access to the lower the
Right,
back
but when
card
they
for the
get on the ship, they have to come in at the vehicle bay.
All right, just give me a
And that
second to load
doesn't
up
go
D deck.
to that doesn't go straight to B deck. At least not according to the blueprint.
Well, isn't there an airlock for docking? You might have to set up a ladder, but
So I mean, there are airlocks on D deck on the sides, like under the engine pods. And then there's also, very strangely, there's one actually on the very top of the ship, but there are none. Oh, there's actually one on C deck at the front of the ship too, which is kind of interesting.
Oh, how many
Yeah.
would
you
you?
would use
I think
that
that
one.
would only. Oh, there is an elevator there, but does it go up or no? It doesn't go down. So yeah, useless.
Okay.
You know what? We're just going to have to address this when they get back.
Yeah.
I think until
Okay.
we know the situation, any kind of plan we have is, how
Yeah.
you say, wishy-washy.
Yeah, because I was about to turn and say, if we go ahead and if a quarantine situation has to come up, we can get them to come through D deck, go up the elevators to C deck, follow the catwalk down to junction C2, and that way they can get access to B2 from there and quarantine themselves in that lower half of B2. That's one idea I
Minimum
had.
exposure to the rest of the crew. Yes.
Exactly. Well, then I will. Well, I'm gonna have to introduce myself to Delacroix's son to maybe usher him to another area until just for the time being, maybe to a quarters.
We could always let him see the bridge.
Well, that'll probably be one good way to keep him entertained. But if something bad happens, I'll have to take him out of the room. We don't want him to be exposed to bad situations, I guess.
No, of course.
Yes.
If there was wood to knock on, I'd knock on wood. They'll be fine.
Yes.
After all, Weyland-Yutani's interested here. We need the air to be safe, correct? So,
No,
wish for the best.
Yes, indeed. All right. Well, you keep me apprised. I'll bring the child to here. We don't even know what the child's name. Oh my God, this is not the
Matthew.
greatest of situations. But Matthew. Matthew or Mayhew?
Matthew.
Matthew. Okay.
It's Matthew, but in French.
Matthew.
It's probably because the mother is French that the kid has a French name.
No way. Just kidding.
Yeah, no way. I know.
Yeah. Did you lock the med bay doors to secure?
No, the med bay doors will always be open. Why would I ever lock it? Unless you want to get that med bay whiskey.
You had med bay whiskey stashed in the room with the child?
Hospitals actually, like here in the United States, carry whiskey as a carryover to the days of like amputations as using as a painkiller.
Right, I got it. You went for all dark time methods of how you deal with things. Okay.
Well, when you need a low tech solution for a problem that becomes low tech, you're gonna need it.
Fair enough. I'll enter into MedLab. Mayfu, is it?
Really?
Okay. I'm gonna have to ask you to just come with me temporarily to the bridge.
Oh God, you're making this sound even worse.
Yeah.
Am I in trouble?
No. We just thought that way you don't feel like you're all alone back here and all that stuff. That's all it is.
And I was told to stay here.
I know. But just for the time being, I'm sure your mother is more than happy to be lenient on this particular situation of saying you can come up to the bridge.
Oh man, you do not know her at all then.
I don't.
Mother says for me not to go around exploring places without her supervision. Oh, that's...
I'm gonna definitely just go ahead and cut through the bullshit and go, okay, I'm using manipulation and my talent to take control.
Oh my God.
Look, little kid. I tried to be nice.
No, if this was Kelly, this would be even better.
Like tears on demand.
Hey, listen, that's amazing. Being able to cry. Let's see.
Okay. So just give me a second. I've just got to go ahead and make sure I've done this right because otherwise I'm gonna fuck myself up. So what is it that I have to remember how this is used?
Just remember, it's also not mind control. Person can being manipulated can either accept if there's a success or go straight to violence.
Mhm.
I hope this kid doesn't go violent. You raised him better than that, didn't you?
Oh, this is gonna be great.
It's very hard being a single parent.
God help you.
You're in
God help
trouble,
you
Drake.
if children go feral.
Oh shit.
Oh
better
god,
go.
yes, you saw that picture I posted of Team Race Car. Raised by
Okay,
the
hold on.
French.
Wait, where'd you post that?
I posted it. It was a thing full of in the pineapple.
Oh, and the pineapple. Okay.
All right.
Documented cases of feral children.
Okay, so I just need to go ahead and modify this roll to add 6? No, wait. Oh wait, -3. I just need to add 3.
Oh,
Oh,
this
you want to know
one.
the easiest
Yeah.
way to do that?
Hmm.
So the way that I've always handled take control is
Yep.
I increase the skill by the difference.
Oh.
Then you don't have to do math. You can just hit, manipulate and roll normal.
Math and my fucking RPGs. What are you?
Okay, so in this case, I've got 3, 5. That's 8. I just have to do the difference. Adds. That's. Fuck. An extra 3 on top. Okay, so that makes that a total of 6. And all right, and then I'll just go click. There we go.
Wow, that was actually real close.
Yeah, it was. Dang.
Look, Mayhew, I understand your mother is very stringent on you being in a specific location and all that, but I'm sure that if I explained to your mother the situation and all that, she would be more than understanding. So I would like for you to come with me to the bridge where you can feel more comfortable and you can see all the nice, cool things on the bridge.
I suppose, as long as Mother doesn't get in trouble with you.
Oh, no, she won't. She will not. Trust me. I brought your mother on board. It's all good.
Yep, I guess he'll go get ready to get leave, and we'll see what's going to happen here.
All right.
This
Yeah,
is
let's
where-
find
in
out
that-
about the cave.
In the midst of everything, she's just in there going, this is the reason why I decided not to have kids. I tied my tubes. I made sure this was finalized before I became a company agent because I did not want to deal with this shit. Okay, let's go.
Grab your coloring book. How old is Matthew?
8.
8. Yeah, grab your coloring book.
Yeah, pretty much. Bring your
Basically, he
coloring
had
book.
like homeschool stuff he was basically dealing with. Like one of those like little things of like doing math problems, all of that.
All right, well, let's find out about the people who actually are surviving in the storm.
Yes, let's. So in the cave, it all starts there. I was like, what do we do now?
Okay, just need to wait this out. How's everyone's air supply going?
I do not need to breathe, so I am very well stocked.
With the increasing gravity here, does anyone have any history of heart problems, all of that?
I have like asthma, but like no heart problems.
All
Please
right.
try not to panic breathe, as you will then use up more oxygen.
You have an inhaler on hand in case we need to get that going.
Yes.
How's he going to use that in a suit?
One crisis at a time. All of this. So yes. So, I'm just like looking at the scientists, wondering why didn't the scientists realize there was going to be a storm when they did the sensors?
Well, because he wasn't the one running the scan. Like the
So,
only reason he
yes, I'm just going to say is so. I take it this colony is probably going to need a little bit more attention due to rolling thunderstorms. All of this. So, um, we're unable to raise contact with the ship.
Currently, we are unable to due to interference from the storm.
Understood. Um, the cave goes creepily deeper, right?
unfortunately does not. It's basically just kind of like one of those little sort of like stereotypical like caveman dwellings, where it's basically like sort of like an overhang that goes like about like 10 or 20 feet back and then just kind of stops.
I guess we're going to have to make camp here and wait for it. So, did anyone bring any cards?
No, I did not bring any such amusements.
I'm back.
Welcome back, McCoy. We're trying to take stock of our situation, make sure we all have air, all of that.
No fun. So roll for air.
Yep. Oh.
Ooh.
I brought in a backup air tank, so
Okay.
you don't have to worry about that much.
Yeah. Those two, one of them is my backup air tank. So
Please breathe slower.
Easier said than done, Hana. McCoy, do you have any idea how long this storm is going to last?
fucking beats me. What do you think I am? Some kind of fortune teller? Just a goddamn scientist.
No. If anything, if we had the I Ching, we'd be able to find out, wouldn't we? Thought you'd be able to understand meteorological problems.
Well, our meteorological problem is we're stuck in a cave and there's a storm going on. Well, given that it came up that fast, unless we were very unlucky, might go away pretty quick. No way to tell.
Luck has nothing to do with the storm. It simply was not observed by any of the equipment or any of the crew.
That's not good for a colony.
That depends. Some housing, you'd be fine. I mean, the guys on the ship are nice and comfy, so.
That's what we assume.
That's what we know so far.
This is like setting up a house at a place that constantly gets hurricanes.
Well, you don't know if it's constant, really. Just know we're in the middle of one right now.
If this is the default weather pattern, it will be extremely difficult to set up foundations, nonetheless
Yeah,
build
no
up a
shit.
colony.
It also means that farming is going to be next to impossible.
Depends. Maybe it's just this part of the planet. I mean, we're in a valley here. Could be the currents here.
At this current point, the only logical solution would be to set up greenhouses that were protected from the storm.
And I'm just like looking out into that storm, and it's all like real fucking creepy, all of that. It's like, yep. So, I guess you want us to do a survival check to get things going for the camp?
Sure. Let's do it. Because I mean,
That
I'll
will
say
help.
that you would have, like I'll just go ahead and say that you have, with your suits, you'd have the basics to be able to you know, set up a camp of sorts. Oh, keep it together. Very
Keeping
nice.
it together as I just try to get everything going, make sure everything's fine. I have to make sure is like keep a sort of tab on everyone's air supplies because that'd be bad to have people asphyxiate to death.
Does everyone roll that?
No, if one person's setting up the camp, then you're
Okay.
good. So, I mean, what kind of camp are you trying to set up, though?
It's basic sort of survival thing. So basically, like a heating source, so people still get warm because you don't know if there's going to be a sudden drop in temperature after a storm. And then sorts of things to just make sure everyone's fine with their sorts of supplies. You're like, okay, I need to make sure people don't fucking die here.
Did you guys die?
We'll just observe the
No, I
No.
don't know. I'm just waiting.
Well, what?
I
yeah,
mean-
I'll just observe the storm in the meantime.
Waiting out a storm. What else is there to do?
Talk.
You could do your goddamn job. Take some air samples.
We
I mean, there's going to be a bit of a.
At that point, yeah, Hana will take off her helmet and then just breathe, quote unquote, breathe in, and let her little things do their work.
Damn, this is a top of the line, Hannah.
But
So,
David was doing that, and David was a prototype, so.
He's doing
Just
air
imagine-
samples.
I can imagine
He did
Hannah just
soil
doing this, lick in
samples.
the air.
Alrighty, make mental note. Don't have Anna serve you coffee then. If Hannah's admitting to being a David.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm just
McCoy's taking a
envisioning-
soil sample in the cave just because he doesn't have anything to do.
Yeah, so
I'm
meanwhile,
envisioning-
I'm just going to do that. I'll use the calming presence for the turn to just let you lose a stress, McCoy.
Oh.
I'm actually envisioning Hannah just doing a whole tongue, a lizard thing where she's just sticking out her tongue going.
Oh god.
Yet it doesn't taste so bad. It's actually, it seems to be.
God.
Detecting
Use summer
agent
seasoning,
XO15. All these numbers 0.5. Also known as Draconis 26.
Hannah's fucked.
Now initiating Drake's other priorities. Special order 967.
Execute
We're all
order
like,
66.
oh, fucking hell. God damn it. First job.
A scenting evil? Who could have seen that coming?
Oh, damn.
Hana will today, I imagine, let's see, there'll probably be some ambient radiation in the actual soil. Well, what is Hana's onboard
so
taste sense?
you actually are able to determine. So, what are you trying to filter? Are you trying to make sure there are no contaminants present?
Yeah.
There is nothing that would pose an immediate risk to health. So, in other words, the air is breathable. Like there aren't any I'm not anything comparable to say like moats or anything like that. There's nothing like overtly hazardous, in the air.
Yeah, she'll like do a quick walk around, like walk over and then walk a few feet over and then
The fuck?
she's taking samples in the immediate cave area. No biological life forms detected. There's faint trace levels of radiation, though no more comparable to the background radiation on Earth. unless there's some chemical or biological contaminant that is higher than, she lists off this big elaborate sentence on thing. This
And I guess as McCoy and I just start nodding like we understand this, but maybe like we don't.
Yeah, but Koyan said he's rolling his eyes at her. Like,
as it stands, it is comparably safe for you to take off your suit. There's a preferable O2 to CO2 mix as within the tolerable limits of human beings.
I think we'll keep our suits on for the time being.
And then
Yeah.
one of the NPCs qualities said, "Well, what happens if we run out of air?"
you fucking die.
We're not going to run out of air.
Humans tend to do that when they run out of air,
Yes. Asphyxiation is a mode of death that happens when oxygen runs out.
No one is going to asphyxiate. We're going to have enough air. We're going to make it, okay?
Now, speaking of which,
Like,
that's a
everyone
perfect
thought the
time
way-
to
You were or were not going to make it. That is yet to be seen.
yeah, put your theory to the test. Air supply rolls, please.
Oh boy.
All right, you are right for the time being.
Yeah, cool.
Another job, another rock.
So, I mean, could be worse, right?
Could be better.
Yes, you could have broken a bone on the way in, ruptured your suit.
We could have also been stuck with some kind of cranky, weird synth. Oh. Yeah. No. Yeah, maybe it is that bad then.
She's weird, but not cranky.
In her own way.
As it stands, if you have an issue, I can
There it
also
is.
act as a human resources.
Oh my fucking god.
I think McCoy is fine. Hannah, please, stand down.
No, thanks. I got a good pillow in my bunk. And that one doesn't talk back to me if I need.
Oh, I see. Do you wish to sleep with me?
Well, and that's what Kowalski he just jumps in there and is like, "Whoa." The three guys in the back of the cave just sort of are like go have this like, "Excuse me, what?" sort of reaction to this.
Is one of my primary functions.
Jesus Christ. Have her story.
Congratulations, Doc. You now have gotten all the guys' attention.
I'm fully articulated in many areas that human beings.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Yes, please. Let's skip that.
I see. Interesting. You're the first humans I've told this to have not immediately requested for me to take my clothes off and to see for themselves.
Uh-huh.
We're in the middle of a storm in a cave, and you want to get naked.
I have no desires of my own. And also, you are not an owner. I'm simply stating my functions.
Well, I'm stating my function. I want a fucking drink.
I want a cigarette, but can't in this present circumstances, right, Doc?
Did McCoy say he was going to do a geological sample?
Yeah, I took a soil sample.
As long as you didn't soil yourself.
Oh my god.
Not anytime soon.
Well,
Although I
Well,
might
the
throw
agent
up.
was very clear that you're not allowed to do that.
As long as it's not video recorded, that's all that was mainly concerning.
Maybe I'll let the air run out, so I don't have to hear that fucking synth.
I see.
I mean,
If
there's
you're
another
gonna
way for me to
to
slow
my
down the
company,
breathing for you, McCoy, and maybe you don't have to hear the synth. I can just induce a sort of sleep for you, especially when people are sleeping. They tend to breathe a lot less.
I'll just run
Oh,
into a
right.
wall if I need to, but thanks.
I see. Then are you requesting to have assisted suicide? I believe that is considered illegal.
Well, at this point, I'm considering it.
I see. I will take note of that. And
Yeah, great.
suggest that you
You go
get
do that.
psychological evaluation when we return.
That's what my mom used to say.
I'll be handling the psych evaluation. You don't have to do that, Hannah.
I see. People are very strange.
Yeah, not just the people, though.
This whole situation is strange.
Do you have an issue with a synth being a superior to you? I know many humans do.
Was that to McCoy or I, Hannah?
That was to McCoy.
I'm not even replying.
So, question I have now is, would you want to do a time skip to when the storm passes, or are you guys
That's
still?
what we were waiting for, so
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you can if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, I just thought you. Well, I just didn't want to interrupt any sort of like in character developments because I just wasn't. Anyway, but so yeah,
Well,
so some time passes, and to your absolute delight, like you see that the storm of hail and whatnot starts to kind of lighten up as as sunlight passes through, and eventually it completely dissipates. And now, after God only knows how fucking long, you are free to go.
It
And
is
we
the,
get
the
clear
bridge
now.
their
and the
video
bridge crew.
feeds and stuff
Yep.
back.
Yeah, you see like the cameras flicker and then they come back online. The bridge crew, you're able to see out the windows outside,
Uh,
and
all right, so I would hit the comms and be like, away team, this is Captain Lareaux. Do you copy? Over.
yes, this is Madeline Delacroix. I hear you, Captain.
What's the status? Is everybody still got air? Do we need to worry about
Everyone
quarantine
still has
issues?
air. We just were bored out of our minds, Captain.
Captain, one of the crew members admitted to having suicidal thoughts.
Captain, one of the crew members thinks, well, maybe not thinking too much anymore because of that fucking thing in this cave.
Well, let's hold our reservations about each other. I know you were stuck together for quite a while. By the way, Dr. Lacroix, your son is very well behaved.
He's not in trouble, is he?
No, but he's just hanging out here. If you want to wave to him through McCoy's cam, you may.
Why is he on the bridge? I told him to stay in the med bay.
Yes, when we did not know when we would get communication back with you, we thought it'd be best if he stay here. It's fine. We were chatting in native language. He'll be fine. Say hello
Drake,
to your mother. And of course, I assume he would.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go the schizophrenic thing of like playing two characters at once. I don't do that when I GM. I don't do that as a player.
So yes.
Uh,
What is the status of the mission? Are we able to get samples and everything for what we need here?
Yeah, the
Tran-
synth did some breathing, took some soil samples.
transferring
Like a
data
couple of
now.
rocks.
Transferring data now of the air samples and surrounding dirt.
Would you believe this site would be an appropriate location for colonization?
No.
What are
why
your
not?
recommendations?
Did you see how fast those winds are? It's like living in a place that's going to have hurricanes.
Oh.
What? Okay.
What about if
Then
proper windbreaks were built or something?
Okay, is the company going to spend a lot of money to just create a hurricane-proof settlement?
okay,
Well,
what would you recommend?
are there other resources or anything worthwhile here? Like, if apart from the storms, is there anything worth?
We haven't been able to see. I mean, so far it seems to be fine for agricultural, but nothing has been detected for mineral exploitation.
All right. Well, advise us of any changes or surprising appraisals that you find along the way. But
How long was the
please,
storm again?
It lasted, I would say, about like an hour and a half.
Oh, okay. Are you good to continue the mission?
Yes, we should be fine. Do you wish to have one of the groups head back on the ATV, bring in more air tanks as we just survey the area and see if
You
there's
said the air was clean, though.
Can I
Correct?
remind you of
Yeah.
ISPS quarantine procedures?
Well, I mean, if there are no detected contaminants.
That we know of so far. All of that is basically comparing to a computer that uses only Terran knowledge.
Oh.
Is there any landing site closer to the survey region that you believe we could fit?
Is that a GM question?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, with more knowledge of the site, I mean, you could easily pick up the ship and land it out in the field, like out in the plains.
All right, here's the plan. Continue your investigations, clear a landing site for us. You guys probably don't have a way to mark it. Would there be like
I
smoke
have
grenades
flares.
on the? Oh, there you go. Mark a landing site with flares, and I'll have Romero bring us closer.
All right, I'll get that going. I'll get the security guy to like have some flares and be like, okay, find a good place for a ship to land and place them down. Let's see. Let's try to get our job done quicker, McCoy, so we can get back into the ship and out of here.
Yeah, good idea.
And then to Romero. All right, Romero. Go ahead and bring us in closer.
Yes, ma'am. And then I will have her roll to bring the ship.
Drake will play to her and ask questions to Delacroix about recommendations of what would probably be the best idea to go ahead and actually make a colony here, with recommendations involved.
I mean, you're asking me this? Sure. Maybe find a way to like curtail the storms or mitigate it would probably be the best way if you really want this to be, uh, uh, agricultural, or maybe have people build up their colonies within, say, a mountain and use the mountain's natural features to mitigate it.
Okay, just out of character, with the storms, how they were in the open plain fields of where we're moving the ship to versus where the ship was, how much was there a difference in the wind current and its destructive power as such? Like, was um, the strength of the actual wind a lot stronger out in the open area of here versus where the ship is now?
Yeah, it would be much stronger out in the open than it would be up in the highlands.
Okay, so just out of curiosity, would you believe that maybe colonization within the landing site that we're in would be one way to mitigate the issue that you're referring to.
All I can say, boss, is that you're going to be putting this in the report. Let them try to figure it out. I am a doctor, not a urban planning specialist.
Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting you're the medic, not the scientist. My apologies, Doctor.
I just like turn and give like McCoy that look of like, okay.
Okay, Dr. McCoy.
Yeah.
Dr. McCoy's not a doctor. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
While
Not medical.
Romero is flying us, am I able to run any kind of scans now that we're in atmosphere that might help with some of these questions that the
Sure.
company agent wants to know? Okay. So let me contact this bitch. And push that. Fuck.
Rip.
I don't know how to scan the atmosphere.
This is where the company agent comes over and goes, "Do you want me to do what you're trying to do?"
If you have a better understanding of how to use it, ma'am, feel free.
Oh, sure, it shouldn't be that hard. It's just a few buttons pushed here and there, I guess.
Yeah, if you align the sensors correctly. See?
Well, it seems that today is just not my day.
Perhaps we'll have to have the maintenance crews check our sensors, make sure they're not clogged up after the storm.
Yes, you know what? Maybe that is the case. Maybe the storm has just misaligned the sensors. Who knows?
It's obviously
The ship
not
has
us, right?
contacted me. It is saying there's some irregularities with the power system and the scanners. Is everything all right?
Yes. If everyone's doing the contact thing, the kid just goes ahead, taps on the table, and then gets that going. Isn't that great?
What is it?
Right.
2 hands, 1 keyboard, or whatever?
Yeah, it's the CSI thing. You guys are like standing on the keyboard. I'm like, I don't think it is on, Captain. Kid pipes up.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
This is where Drake just gives the look towards the view screen of going, I need to fix up Hannah's personality matrix. I really do.
I'm just
Yeah,
no,
please do.
here I was thinking it was gonna be like Dresper. I really hate that man.
I really hate that man.
I really hate
hate
that
that
lady.
you do have colony worlds on your tour, correct?
Yeah.
I'm assuming where this is like a greenish area, that's why that's agriculturally sound
Yes.
compared to where we landed,
Yeah,
right?
like you landed up in like a bunch of rocky sort of hills. This out here is like wide open, sort of like greenish farm, like potentially, yeah. And then like this is
Meanwhile,
supposed to be like alien foliage.
Let's see. To clear out would be what, heavy machinery?
Yeah, once the ship arrives.
Well, no, make a landing site for them because we gotta clear brush, trees, whatever's in the way.
They're marking it. We'll crush the trees and
Yeah,
brush.
I would say it's pretty
yeah,
wide
don't
open.
worry.
Like,
So yeah, no, I'm just enjoying the fact the kid is able to show off. It's like, yeah, I'll use the extra stunt for a show off.
Oh wait, well that was it. Oh, I was reading, going, what is Madeline doing
No,
in
it is
Matthew?
Matthew. The kid is like, oh yeah, let me have the help.
And this is where Drake will look and go, the kid did what we couldn't do. I feel inadequate, Captain. What the hell's going on?
Well, you know, kids grow up with this technology.
I think the moment he popped out of his mother's womb, she must have put a data pad right in front of him and he started learning.
It's always possible, ma'am. I think oddly that you might become one of my buddies. You're not a terrible CA yet.
The word yet comes into mind, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, someday we're gonna clash. Just wait for it.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be over the last cup of
You're gonna
coffee.
put the
Just
company in
watch.
front of the personnel, and that's when we're gonna have issues.
Is there anything wrong, ma'am, and miss?
No,
He just
no,
looks at
no,
you
no.
too as he got the sensors going.
No. I appreciate you doing what you need to do. What can I actually read what exactly he got for his results? By the way, GM.
What was? Well, I mean, what were you trying to do again? I'm
What-
just.
It was a
He
sensor
did exactly.
check with the contact. I got 2 successes on it. I used one to show off.
Okay. So what are you trying to
It's-
figure out? That's my question.
Just like
whatever
scans of the area for feasibility for colony.
Well,
Right.
I mean, it would tell you that, pretty much just be, echoing what you've already discerned, like what they figured out, what the away team figured out on their own is basically what you're learning for the first time. Is saying it's like, yeah, the soil is, is doable. There aren't any apparent biological contaminants in the air, or like anything that would be immediately like lethal to human beings if breathed. Yeah, that sort of thing.
But the winds are like the big issue here.
Yeah,
And the gravity.
Yeah, the way, like the gravity and the speed of the weather, those are the two big hurdles with this planet.
Detecting
can
no
always-
flesh-eating bacteria.
What? Legit? You're detecting flesh-eating bacteria? Legit?
No flesh-eating bacteria.
No.
Detecting no flesh-eating bacteria. It's the thing of
No
like,
flesh eating.
Jesus.
Wait, I just came back from grabbing a couple out of what?
Like
This is-
Hannah's
this
trying to
is-
scare us all.
I think this is where Drake will go ahead and say to Hannah, Hannah, let's talk. Let's talk right now. You're giving me a headache.
For a moment,
Yes, ma'am.
you said Hana, I heard Svana, but never mind.
Okay.
yes, ma'am. Is there any way you would like me to service you?
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna like turn off my audio comms, all of this, and I'm sure the kid hears that, and he's like, "What does she mean by service her?"
Okay. Okay, Matthew.
Don't even ask.
Matthew, you didn't hear any of that conversation, did you?
Oh my god.
I
Look,
mean, it is coming
Matthew,
from the ship
it's-
comms and then such, and I'm in the bridge.
Matthew, look.
Oh.
It's a service droid. It does service on the ship, yes? So she's asking how she can service the ship by servicing us. Simple.
Yes. Yes, I'll go with that explanation. And this is where Uma turns around and starts walking off the
She's
bridge.
like, I gotta go get a
Dude.
drink in my suite.
Yes.
Yeah,
She's
meanwhile,
like,
you're like beet red, aren't you?
no, more like, what the like, she wanted to say what the fuck, but she knew that a kid was there. She was just like, words of what she wants to say just couldn't come out.
So Hannah is gonna service all of us, even me.
Only if you need her to bring you food in bed or something. But the HANA unit, it mainly serves our Ms. Drake. So I wouldn't go out of your way to try and get anything out of HANA.
So as you're saying that, meanwhile, you notice the ship coming for a landing, and Sierra points out, "Okay, Captain, I'm bringing her down."
Ah, very good, Romero. You have impressed me yet again with your excellent skills in handling of this ship.
So you hear you feel like the ship sort of bump and like kind of bounce a little bit as it, like comes for a landing, like the landing gear deploys and all that, and then, as for everybody else, what do you do? The ship, you see a big shadow, hear the humming and howling of the engines as the ship flies overhead, and it comes to a landing kind of out in the plains ahead of the observation point. So do you drive out there or walk out there, or?
Hana was already moving out to their
Oh.
location.
Oh,
So,
right.
as they arrive, Hana walks in and then proceeds to make coffee for Miss Drake.
So then I guess to our doctors, you drive on in.
I think we're gonna try to do soil sample checks, make sure everything is viable, see if there's anything for exploitation, and then go in. Right? We want to get this done as quickly as possible, right, McCoy?
Yeah, so we can get our asses back in again for now. Itching for some lab time instead. Enough of this
Can't
field
you just
bullshit.
grab soil samples and check them in the lab?
That's
Yeah.
true, he could.
I mean,
That-
we're
that's
assuming
what-
is we
that's
don't
what
need just
I'm-
soil samples. We need to be able to figure out if there's anything else for exploitation.
Is this a pond down here? Like
Yeah,
water?
it's supposed to be sort of like a lake.
Okay, make sure you get samples of the water that's here as well.
And those
Yep.
are supposed to be like alien trees, so.
Oh,
you
well,
you can get
that's
samples.
interesting to my field, so.
Get all the samples you can, Dr.
Yep.
McCoy.
Filling all the tubes.
Miss Drake, mocha, macchiato, lemon, vanilla.
This is where she turns around and looks at Hana and go, I think I need something a little bit stronger today. Give me a
Big double
mojito.
shot?
Give me a mojito.
I see. I have your authorization to enter the barcode.
Yes, it's open bar tonight. It's a very big open bar night.
She goes, prepares without a second thought, just walks back. Oh, pardon me. What size, ma'am?
Something that can fit the size of pretty much. She turns to something that fits the entire diameter of her hand.
I see.
It's like a meter long glass.
Oh, basically, yeah. It's basically it comes back
With
in
a piece of pipe.
it comes back in like a what would be the equivalent of like a mini punch bowl.
Oh god.
Thought you were gonna get a thigh-high boot.
Actually, she turns and goes, not what I was thinking of, but you know what? It will do. It will do. And she just sits it there and she just goes, all right. And you see her just taking a big drink out of it. She's just like, this is one screwed up day.
Jeez, and this day hasn't even been that bad.
I see. Is everything satisfactory with my service?
It will do for now. Just make sure to keep the bar open for everyone else to have. Don't just include myself, Hannah.
That is very strange. My previous owner forbade the crew from touching, quote unquote, my fucking liquor.
Well, in this case, Wait, are we on the bridge or outside?
I'm on the bridge.
Okay, you're on the bridge. I'm on the bridge. That means Hannah saw in front of the child. I'm going to look at Hannah and go, language? What's your language in front of the child? I don't want someone's mother to come after me and want to strangle me for language he is absorbing into his brain. So
Captain, what is fucking?
Hana then just switches to Japanese.
Can
Ni
I
hao.
actually turn around? This is where probably I will turn and say Umo does know Japanese to turn around and actually communicate to Hana and say, don't swear, just do as I say, we'll talk later.
Hi.
And this is where Umo will turn around and say to Matthew, I do apologize for Hana. Hana doesn't understand etiquette and knowing when not to say things at the wrong time. So, do you think you can forget what you've just said?
Okay, but what is fucking? I asked the captain that.
Nani?
Well, it's when people
Oh my god.
think that things have gotten extremely unacceptable.
Anna explains to him in Japanese.
Thank God the child doesn't know freaking Japanese.
Yet.
The hentai. Did you know?
I mean, to be honest, have you ever read Chomunam Omsky? This is the point where they really learn around this age.
Oh dear fuck.
Poor kid. Growing up on
She's
a.
Uma's grabbing the punch bowl and she's taking it back to the corporate suite. She's going, I'm so fucked. I'm so fucked. I'm so fucked.
Why are you in trouble?
She knows that Delacroix is gonna really have her ass regarded. She just had this feeling at the back of her head. The child knows the word fuck, and now we're in trouble.
He's like, honey, she asks you in Japanese. I'm just gonna say how I'm speaking Japanese now. It's like, why is that a problem? Also, you are one of the most senior officers. You are also impossible to fire according to the contract here. In fact, you have authority to fire everyone but the captain.
Uma has already gone out of the bridge. She's just gone straight to the company suite.
Captain,
Just
can I get some punch? She didn't want to share it with us, it seemed.
Yeah,
hey.
that's a grown-up punch. I'll take you to the galley. We'll get you some milk. Yeah.
I want some punch. Mother never lets me have anything sweet.
Well, your mother will be on the ship, and she can decide then. Until then, I can get you some
Hey.
milk.
Hi, Hana walks off. She just gets it literally is just a thing of punch, because that's what you literally asked for. And comes back with it.
Oh, I was like, uh-oh, Hannah's about to punch the kid. I'll get you a punch. Whap.
Yeah. So, meanwhile, in terms of samples, what did you gather, and did you want to run any tests on it now or later?
We're gonna gather from the tree. We're gonna gather from the lake. Anything else, McCoy?
So we're like, if we can get some from the cliff, that'd be good.
Like rock samples?
Yeah, rock
Yes,
samples.
is there even any
soil,
equivalent of
some
like
soil
moss or
from
fungus?
what?
What was that question?
Basically, we want to get some stuff from the cave, so like moss samples, all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, some water from the lake, some from the soil.
Okay.
Nicely labeled, package, the shit.
Excellent. Very thorough.
Do make sure to mark which orientation, if you take any rocks, we should pick them up from. All right, yeah, we'll busy ourselves with that.
Yep.
After that, it's back to the ship. Time to get that analyzed. Thank God, mostly by computer, but it's going to be some
Well, they
console
need you to
time.
hit the any key, right, Doctor?
Hit the what?
The any key.
Yep.
Nani? Any?
The NE key. Poor Uma not knowing how to deal with children.
Uma not know how to deal with Hana.
Oh, that's the
Hana
real
then asked
problem.
him in Japanese if he would like anything else. After she gives him the punch.
And if the kid looks at the captain for a translation, she'll just shrug like, your guess is as good as mine.
Now the kid's enjoying the punch, taking it real slowly because, whoa, this is the first time I've gotten anything with sugar in it.
Oh God, this is gonna be so bad later.
Shit.
Captain's just gonna like
Hana
light
says,
up a cigarette to calm her nerves.
and then Hana just says to the captain, "You don't speak Japanese?"
No, why would I speak Japanese?
It's odd that my owner requested that I not speak English. Then, if no one else here did, it's a common practice in Weyland-Yutani for several high-ranking employees to learn Japanese.
Well, I'm a what you might call a transfer from other corporation. Didn't put so much emphasis on Japanese.
I see.
Perhaps in your off time you can teach me.
If you would like that, I would be more than happy to, if that is what may serve you, as long as it doesn't interfere with my services to Miss Drake.
Well, if we have any downtime, then perhaps I'll take you up on the offer.
I see. You are most welcome.
So, smoking her cigarette, she'll make her way back to the bridge to check in on her away team.
Well,
Yeah,
the away
she
team's
looks
aboard the
down.
ship now, right?
Oh, they've
She-
gotten back. Awesome. I'll go meet
Yep.
them down in the vehicle bay then.
Yeah, Hal looks back to the kid. Would you like to learn about Would you like to learn Japanese as well?
Oh god.
I need to clear with my mother first. Also,
I
he makes a comment about the fact is when Eliza pulls out a cigarette, it's like, oh, you smoked the Sin 6 too. Mother
I do
doesn't
not-
like it when I call him that.
The Sim Sticks? Is that what you called it?
Sin.
Oh, Sin.
Then
Yep, I enjoy Sin every now and then. Takes a deep drag on it.
Strange. My previous owner said the exact same thing.
Oh no.
oh boy.
About Sin Sticks?
No, but that exact phrase.
Oh my
Oh, well.
god.
Yeah, I
Oh
know.
my god.
I know.
So you meet
So, yeah.
everybody down in the vehicle bay, then what? You want me to drag her tokens, or is
Yeah,
it just a scan?
pressurize and all that.
Following
Drake will be
decontamination procedures, I got to make sure everyone's fine.
Yeah.
Drake
Hana
will be meeting everyone
then,
down there.
Then go. She'll reach out her hand for the kid to take, and then walk him down very carefully.
And then Lareaux would make sure. God, is it Kowalski and Pavel are our two maintenance people?
Well, so
Or just Pavel?
Tyler Pavel, he's the maintenance guy.
All right, so I'd make sure Pavel. Pavel, let's get those vehicles checked out. Make sure they're still in good working condition.
You got it,
I
boss.
don't want them getting clogged with the shit that was flying around in the windstorm.
I'll get right on it. And then he gets right on it. So he starts working on after the NR9s are brought into the hangar bay. Then he will start doing some checks on them.
Excellent. God, you guys are all too happy to do your job.
We want to get out of this planet, Captain, and all of that. And then the kid makes mention of asking what is fucking. And then she just looks at the captain.
Well, you see, when
Oh my, no cat in the hat.
Hana, aren't you supposed to be helping Agent Drake? I believe she had requested your attention in her
if that's what you were
suite.
requesting, I will answer your question later. She smiles at the kid, gives him a loving hug, and then goes back to
God. Well, Doctor, do we have to worry about any contamination or anything, or are we good to take off?
Oh, I think there is some contamination going on. I want to understand what the hell is going on here.
Yeah, I better be sure about that crap. One freak, robotic in nature is enough. Don't need any biological to mix with that.
All right, do you need assistance getting set up in the labs?
No, I know my way. Just gonna pop it in. It's mostly gonna run itself, but yeah, gonna keep an eye on it. At least until the results pop out.
All right, well, let's get everything stowed, packed, and ready. Do we feel like we need to do more groundwork, or are we good to get out of here before the next windstorms hit?
I think that's going to be on Miss Drake. Apparently, she also has ideas of how people should raise their kids.
Oh
Look,
shit! I'm screwed.
Look, Doctor, and
Oh wow.
Lareaux is gonna just like rest a hand on her shoulder and lock eyes and just be like, "Look, when we lost comms, we just didn't want your kid to be left alone. We want to make sure that when you came back online, he could see that you were safe. We figured it was the right decision at the time. If you have a problem with it, I apologize.
In your and having all these things explained by the pleasure synth is fine.
She like a deep sigh, just like, unfortunately, I know nothing about synths. You'll have to take that specific issue up with the owner of it, which unfortunately is our good old company agent Drake.
Uh-huh. And she just starts saying yes, and she started actually putting the moves on McCoy, talking about if he needs to relieve stress with the synth.
Again, you'll need to bring that up with Drake. It's her synth, not mine. Unfortunately, I have no power over it.
Okay, fine. What I'm going to say is if that thing starts saying that to an 8-year-old kid,
Well, perhaps when we make port at Anchor Point, we can get it firmware update for how to deal with children properly. We?
She just gives like this like very like annoyed look.
You
This
maybe
is
you
where
can get it past Scrub.
Then notices the punch is like it doesn't even like okay, this is gonna be a long day.
You're okay with cigarettes, but not sugary beverages.
He's gonna get cavities.
You didn't teach your kid how to brush his teeth?
Doesn't matter with the amount of sugar they put into that.
Bloody hell. Look, let's just get everything together. I'm going to go to the science lab, check on Dr. McCoy, and see how those sample tests are going.
Yes, and I shall head over to the med lab and he's gonna be bouncing around. Thank you, Captain.
You can always give him some nap relief.
Ah, yes. Solution.
Everything you do with
Drug
that Carol is Carol. Now inject him with drugs.
Alrighty, maybe I should inject you with nap relief, huh?
Oh shit!
She
I'm
just
feeling
leaves.
perfectly fine. You're the one seeming stressed, Captain. Look, at some point your kid has to grow up, right? You're the one who brought him out here into space. These are the consequences. You're with a goddamn trucking crew.
Yes, I am not going to leave him behind. You know what happens to kids that are left behind out in the frontier, Captain?
They usually join the Marines and become merciless killers.
They disappear.
As I said, Marines, merciless killers.
I am not giving a political statement on our military.
Well, I will leave you to
She
that.
just leaves the captain to make sure is like, okay, fine.
I actually thought the captain and
I know, I thought we were going to get along, but... Oh, this is great.
this is great.
All right, yeah, making my way to the science lab. Let's find out what McCoy discovers about our samples.
Okay. I think
Dr.
this is where
McCoy.
yeah.
Dr. McCoy, I take it you've done further research on the samples beyond what my instruments could detect.
Oh God.
Oh.
Oh fuck.
Oh. Oh boy.
Yeah,
He's
still
alone
running.
with the synth. Oh no.
Oh, I don't see the marker yet, so there's no need for panic.
Yeah, I mean, you can drag you guys can drag your tokens onto the map wherever you want.
I
to.
forgot to go back to B deck.
Yeah.
I forgot to like go to the different.
Yeah.
I would make
Yeah,
my way
you
here.
just-
I didn't even realize. I forgot that there's tabs in Foundry.
It's
I'm
all
used
good.
to being dragged everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said in this, I just made it to where you can jump to whatever deck of the ship you want. So A deck,
Which
B
lab
deck.
would he run those tests in?
That's
One or two?
a good question. I don't really know.
I guess
That's a lot.
since it's right off of the living area, I'd probably just check. Oh, never mind. I could check
Wait,
both.
is there a doorway in that where that
I
terminal
think
thing
that's
is?
just a terminal.
Yeah, I think
don't
it's
think that's a door.
Yeah, I think this
It is
the
a
only
door, I think.
No,
Is it though?
no,
I
it
think
doesn't
it's
look-
just
Isn't
where a
it?
terminal is.
Yeah, it's just where the terminal is. So the
Really?
only entrance is just down there.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, check. I just check the labs, look through the windows to see which one seems to have activity in it. Step in. Dr. McCoy, please tell me
hey,
some
Cap.
good news.
Yeah, well, we're running some shit What's that Barbie doll doing with you?
Apparently she took some samples that she needs to drop off.
Oh, well, she could do it in lap 1 then. Storage preferably. Then she can get herself the fuck out of here. Anyway.
I
still
cannot do
running.
that as there is no lab in the equipment in the storage.
What?
There is no lab equipment in the storage, thus it is
Yeah,
not
you're
in the
goddamn
storage.
right. You just drop it
Yes,
off and get your ass out of here. You go do whatever you do. Just not in my lab.
This is Weyland-Yutani's lab. You're simply an employee.
You're in my lab. You listen to my rules. Get the fuck out of my sight. I want to make that
Captain.
into a command.
Captain, is this his lab? Was there
I want
a-
to see the command versus manipulation here,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Command versus manipulation. Let's go.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. I'm pushing that.
Got one.
All right, you're the defender though, the Hannah's the defender.
Do you really want to do that? Because
Oh, no.
Yeah, Hana will then immediately grabs a hold of you, lifts you up. If you are attempting to steal company property,
She grabs
would
me.
be-
I punch her in the fucking face if she does that.
This is where the captain interjects.
Oh shit.
yeah,
If she
I'm
were even
going
to try to fucking touch me, I would punch her in the fucking face.
I'm
See how long
gonna
that
use
plastic holds
the
up.
pull rank on Hannah.
Boy, that escalated pretty quickly.
Oh my God.
So yeah, and we'll push it just to make sure. All right,
Oh my
amazing.
God,
5
that's
seconds.
great.
Hannah, put him down now.
yes,
You
ma'am.
do not need to get into physical altercations with the crew members. He is not stealing. At this time, I believe it is best for the two of you to work in separate labs.
Well, look, there's an idea I had. So get your ass out of here, synth.
I see. You're most
Oh
irritable.
my god, can that thing ever shut up?
Jesus
Get the fuck
You-
out.
You may have issues passing bells.
At this
zones
point, I
with
just
low
walk
pressures
over
without
to the
thermal.
nearest shelf and put like these cotton balls in my ears and just go back to my terminal.
Hannah, let's get you set up in Science Lab 1.
I'm
We'll
just
figure out
cursing to
how
myself.
to get the two of you to work together better later. And then
I am ordered to.
approach
I will if
him.
I am ordered to.
Approach him after back and be like, I don't know what's going on with you and the synth, but let's try to keep the altercations to a minimum.
That thing is out of fucking control.
Well, I will talk to Agent Drake about it. We'll see when we get into port about getting a firmware update on some more appropriate interactive protocols.
Look, if that corporate asshole wants to have a sex doll walk around the place, fine. Just not in my labs when I'm trying to work. And for fuck's sake, the thing never shuts up.
We will keep the Hannah to Labs 1, and this will be your lab, okay?
I got my storage in the other area, though. Whatever the fuck, what's her purpose here anyway?
Yeah, personal security attendant for the corporate agent.
Just let her fucking stay around her. Jesus.
As I said, I'll have a talk with Ms. Drake later.
All right, I just don't
For
want her
now,
running
can
around
you
my
get
labs.
some samples going on here? I want to know if we're good to leave the planet or if we need to do some digging.
Yep. Oh, I was working on that. Let's see. What do I roll for that?
To analyze samples, I'd say just contact or observation. Either
All
or.
right.
Probably contact though.
Yeah, ComTech?
Yeah.
All right. Pushing that.
All right. So, in terms of, what were you analyzing?
Some soil samples and a few samples from those trees and something from the water.
So, you are able to, tell that the the soil that now the water might need some adjustment on a molecular level to be able to, or well, I'm saying water with air quotes here, but you're gonna they'd need to do a little bit of adjustment to it because like it would be contaminated. Like if you were to drink some now, you would get very, very sick. But the soil itself is like you could grow earth crops on it without any real complications. It's just the water itself is not necessarily the best quality.
So it's not potable.
Yeah, not quite.
Yeah. So your water is not really up to spec. I mean, nothing that can't be engineered, but that needs some attention. Soil seems good. Good for most crops. Anything you need to start up a colony, so it seems. That's at least from the preliminary results. I'll have it run overnight. Check out the printout in the morning.
All right.
Should have some more spec on that, but hey, at least the
So in
corporal can be
your
happy.
in your scientific opinion, we can dust this rock. We
Yes, possibly.
very good.
Quite possibly.
Let me know if you find anything else.
Will do. I had a GM question. The science module, this whole big area.
Yeah.
What was that again?
So the science module is meant for configuration for depending on what kind of mission you're on. It's meant for like I can't remember how it's described in Chariot of the Gods, but in this instance, like as I said before, like say if you're going on a mission where you need to you know like capture big dangerous aliens. That would have the science module for that mission would basically contain like storage space for the creatures you catch. It would contain the gear to catch them, that sort of stuff. So it's basically
Is
a
this the
permanent.
detachable habitat module part, or is that the other deck?
The habitat module. I don't think there's a habitat module per se. Like I know that so the
Like
Scilab,
Vickers had.
yeah, Vickers science module. So that's where the like her lifeboat would be there, but in this case, it's a science module instead of a corporate, like a bigger corporate suite.
Okay.
In this
But
case,
it is
oh sorry, go ahead.
no, but it's outfitted like how exactly? Just more lab equipment.
Yeah, just in this case, it's like it's pretty much nothing different than you know the standard Scilab 1 and 2 are basically jack of all trades. Like they'll in most cases they'll contain everything you need to be able to perform your duties. Like it has all the scanning equipment,
Okay.
it has plenty of storage space, it has
So science module is like specialized
yeah,
hardware there.
yeah.
In
Like if
different
you're going on a
sections.
mission with more specific requirements, then the science module is going to be for that.
All right. Well, I'll busy myself in the module.
Yeah, because you can explore around it and just kind of get acquainted with it, because you know you are probably going to need to work around there at some point.
Yeah, for specific experiments I want to run
Okay.
and stuff. Like
Yeah.
this is just a general analysis I did.
Yeah.
I also want Mother to come over some specific things I want to know.
Okay.
All right. Good to know. I'll be nosing around here.
So.
Alright. I'm gonna turn and say this is where Drake will probably go. I'm gonna have to deal with the mother short sometime soon, so I might as well get it over and done with now, so I don't have to deal with a headache later. Alright, let's. I'm gonna see Delacruz.
Drake, may I assist with that?
No, Hannah, I think you've done a lot today. You were out in the storm and all that stuff. Well, you could take some time to recharge and relax.
I have internal batteries that will last for at least 500 years.
This is where Drake goes, if only there was an override button to turn around and actually just power it down for 5 minutes. Okay, well, no, I'll be fine. Thank you.
I
This
see.
is where she.
In that case, she then just heads back to the lab and continues working on
God,
the same.
no.
And then this is where I enter into med lab. Hello, Miss Delacroix.
Yes, Miss Drake?
Hi. Would you like to talk about today's earlier incident?
All right, Matthew, just stay in here. Let's go out in the hallway then.
Sure, that is totally fine.
Further along.
Look, I do apologize for the look. I'm not good with children. I will be open and honest with that. I was made aware that you had to bring your son on this adventure that we had going on, so I do understand that, and you had specific needs and requirements for him to only be in the med lab. I understand that. I thought it would be better to bring him up to the bridge, just as the captain had discussed with me, and I discussed with the captain as well, to bring up the child to make him not feel like he's all alone in the med lab. But I do apologize if my unit might have encouraged some bad choice of words and bouncing off of the what's the word I'm thinking of? Ingesting of sugary substances.
She just holds the bridge of her nose and then says, "Alrighty, so what gives you the idea of stepping on other parents' feet about this?"
Look, as I said, I do apologize. That's not what the intention was. It was more to go ahead and...
More along the lines, why do you have a pleasure synth running around giving these sorts of educations to the rest of the crew and then offering herself to the crew?
Okay. Between you and I didn't have much way of choices for a security drone at the time. This is all they could
So
actually
you went
scrounge.
for the one that is,
Not by
you
choice.
would see in a brothel in Anchor Point.
Okay, look, as I said, we were trying to go ahead and come up with a unit at last minute. The problem was production line was actually held back up with a lot of different other synths that could have actually filled in, but the problem was the time frame of actually doing this mission versus trying to get an adequate unit out. We had a Hannah unit on, well, it was meant to be an updated with necessary things to go ahead and actually not be the way it is, and unfortunately they seem to have slipped through the cracks. So that is totally a problem on me. I will raise it with Weyland-Yutani to see if they can provide some compensation for what Hannah has done. So I do apologize on that.
Compensation? My goodness. You thinking this could just be solved with, writing a report about it?
As I said, I do apologize. I am trying to be as amicable as I can be. How often do you see a Weyland-Yutani rep trying to go ahead and actually fix a problem?
Problems they caused, they usually would leave it for someone else.
And I'm here to try to fix the problem. Am I not?
Give me a moment to just process all of this. This has just been a very trying first day. Getting sent out. There's a hurricane coming in. We weren't going to make it back to the ship.
The other thing is also, we weren't sure how long you were going to be out there with your limited air supplies. The other part of the reason why he was also brought up to the bridge was in case to assist with quarantine procedures and pretty much restrict movement to certain sections of the ship, so that way you guys can check to see if there was any biological contaminants in your bloodstreams to make sure that you weren't going to be infected with something. So there was that premises of thought in mind.
I mean, we both live out in the frontier, all of that, so he is familiar with the sorts of stuff like that, so it wouldn't really terrify him.
I wasn't
Also,
worried
we were
about terrifying
following
him.
proper protocols of quarantine, all of this. Trying to make sure is that we don't run out of air if that storm kept going. We probably would have had to resort to getting certain crew members that were on the away team to sleep so that they would use less air.
And I'm sure you would have thought of every precaution, but would you rather I came up with precautions just as much in case of worst case scenario?
I would like it if you clear it with me next time about what you want to do about raising my own kid.
I'm not trying to dictate or question how you raise your child. Never the question at hand. I will resolve the situation with Hannah and maybe acquiring firmware updates.
How about a bishop unit? Those ones are much more empathetic.
The problem here was we were hoping for a bishop unit, but the wait time on that one was going to be at least 3.5 months before we would have acquired a bishop unit.
Well, we're going to be back in about 2 months from here, so we only have about a month and a half to go.
Problem here is once the company allocated the HANA unit to us, there was very little other way to resolve this situation. And hello, Hannah.
Hello.
Hannah, how
I
did
see
you?
you were not in your room.
No. I'm just talking with Miss Delacroix about things relating to the mission.
If my services are inadequate, I will endeavor to improve them.
Yes, they were found to be very inadequate. We need to work on sorts of interpersonal skills. McCoy has a aversion to synths.
Not true though, just her. But
I mean, to be frank, I'm just gonna assume like not all synths, but Hannah might be just the one that like make you hate him, like Ash.
yeah, truth is McCoy doesn't give a rat's ass what you are, except if you're annoying. Then you can fuck right off.
So yes, I'm also the ship's counselor, so I'm going to be making sure everyone's mental health is great. So yes, I'll probably have to talk with McCoy afterwards about this.
He's most
Now, is there
irritating.
anything else you need of me, Miss Drake? Or have you logged all of my complaints yet?
Hold on a second. I am just making sure that what I'm reviewing. Okay, that's from the captain. Okay. If you wish to forward me your issues and complaints and everything that is required relating to the mission, I'd be more than happy to forward it on and so forth. And I will acquire firmware updates and enhancements to etiquette and personality improvements for Hannah if you would like.
So you're telling me you're just going to go around, get your synth to get forcibly changed, all of this so that it can best be able to handle the rest of the crew. Is that what I'm getting?
If that's one of many ways I can do it at the moment, because the company will not actually give me anything else other than this at the moment, because everything else is, yeah.
Why couldn't you do that in the first place, Drake?
Unfortunately, my hands were tied when it came to the situation. As I said, it was a 3.5 month wait on the Bishop unit. There was also a recall order on the David units, and then there was also some other unit. I can't remember the name of it right now. That was also being indisposed. So even if by the time we got a Bishop unit, this particular mission would have been gone for naught, and they needed this as soon as possibly done. So we got the baddest pick.
You're just pulling excuses out of a hat, Drake. You know what? I'm going to leave. let's just hold this, a loss. And I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna go check up on McCoy.
Miss Delacroix, if there is anything you need, feel free to let me know.
She doesn't even dignify a response. She just gets the finger about the point, and then it's like, I'm not fighting here.
Ugh.
Are you alright? You seem upset. Miss Drake?
Not a first impression for the crew. That's all. Hana, can you do improvements to your firmware and personality matrix?
I have many different personality settings.
Please adjust your personality matrix that is more amicable, appropriate, and necessary for both crew, mission, and functionality that doesn't overstep for the time being.
Question with that. What would be considered appropriate in this, given my previous owners? I have been basing my behaviors upon that, and it seems that those are not appropriate behaviors.
Forward me everything on your personality matrices and I will flush out all the inadequate things as we go. Is that okay?
I see. So you would prefer that I remain clothed at all times?
That would definitely be one of them. And please tell me you are clothed right now.
Yeah, of course she is.
Oh, good. I was about to turn it because she's had her eyes closed the entire time, just going, okay. Alright. Because she's just worried because that was the first thought just as you turn it. So that's like, oh, please, hope, please, oh, please be clothed.
A horror movie moment of I don't want to open my eyes and see the horror.
Yeah, pretty much. And she's like, okay, so, and she's opened her eyes. She goes, all right, so just send me everything that your previous owners had you emulate as part of your personalities and let me readjust them as best I can.
Also, if there's any concern over improper sexual activity, I am designated to follow the legal requirements within space, so I would not offer such a thing to an underage. Ever since that function was re-enabled 4 years ago.
And this is where her stress levels just pretty much, I would turn and
God.
literally say, my character would actually have a stress level increase by that. Just knowing this.
I will upload thing. Though I should warn you, I've been in service of many men, many colonies, many people. It may be a long file.
Okay.
Jesus
That's fine.
Christ.
I've got the time. I have got the time before we have to before we have to leave, so that's not a problem. Just go ahead and prepare meals for everyone, and I'll take it on the company's expense to try to go ahead and try to bring the crew together. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
Do
you,
you
Hana.
need a hug? You look
No.
upset.
No, I'm not upset. I just need to have a moment to myself.
I see.
Okay,
Then I would
thank you, Hana.
suggest you go somewhere more private. Thank you. And have a good day.
And this is where I'm going to ask a GM question. Where is the most isolated room on the ship where she can scream?
Good question. Let's
Probably
look.
the corporate suite, I imagine.
Yeah,
the
probably the corp-
ED.
Isolation pod A.
Yeah, engine pod.
Okay, well, if Hana's going to prep meals for everyone as a way of trying to fix the situation, this is where she goes to her suite, and hopefully it's a muffled sound of screams out of that suite.
This is supposed to block all sounds up to up to 500 decibels. Why is there noise coming through? We don't know, but somehow she managed.
You hear some sort of wailing sound of scream of "Oh my god, what the?" And literally the word "fuck" would probably resonate throughout the entire ship.
Let me guess, Matthew hears that.
Maybe he's busy with his homework.
Good kid. So back on the bridge, Captain's gonna hit the ship-wide intercoms and say, all crew and personnel get ready, strap in, hang on to something. We're gonna be dusting off here in the next 10 minutes.
All right.
Meanwhile, I enter the science pod and I'm just like, give a exasperated sigh about like that company agent and her sex toy.
Apparently,
Is that
everybody
in
needs
McCoy?
some alone time, huh?
No, it's with McCoy. I mean, like, you
Oh,
know,
but he
yelling at
bailed to the bridge.
fuck. That's whatever he went in. So, oh well.
Oh, thank God, it's just you here.
And the pilot.
Who lightly waves and then focuses
Yeah.
back on the pilot station.
All right, Romero, show us what you got again. Get us out of here before that next storm hits.
I can't remember. Is taking off especially if the weather, if it's out in the open and it's clear, would that necessarily require a piloting roll? Do you guys think, or
Does it really require a piloting role if they have infinite time to do it?
true? Yeah. So I guess it's just no rule necessary. So
All right.
once the captain gives the word, then Sierra will bring the Hyperion up.
So I guess the question is, where does everybody go to be ready for the takeoff?
Hana just walks in. Captain, dinner has been prepared.
Excellent. I'll grab some food when we're back in orbit. Thank you, Hana.
Is there anything else you need before I retire?
At this point, unless there is some kind of maintenance or anything we need on the ship, I believe we are good to go.
I see. Thank you. You have been most rational this entire time.
She Lareaux, she takes out another cigarette, offers the pack to McCoy.
Sorry, what?
She's offering you another cigarette.
Yeah, he eagerly takes one and like nods to her. Thanks a lot. I needed one of these.
Well, when we hit anchor point, I think I'm going to have to stock up.
Yeah, might be a good one. If you ever need a swig of the old bottle, I got some stash. Trust me, I think we need it here.
Perhaps before we jump into FTL, I might take you up on that one.
I just give the word.
All right, Romero, let's get off this planet.
So yeah, Sierra definitely. Wait. What? Okay.
Oh,
shit.
for the report of all of her activities.
Oh god.
Oh. Oh boy. Yeah, I actually
Okay.
want to see this report. Whenever I don't know if you're going to write it in the Hyperion
Oh
chat.
God!
If you're gonna
No,
Just make sure it's
don't
in
wanna
a
get banned
spoiler
from
block.
Discord.
Maybe we should just give Isaac a general tab to go ahead and actually outline it out.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling it's going to take up a whole page.
Yeah,
Or
if
a
you guys want
book.
some, if you want, I could give each of you like a journal log. Like a journal log, journal entry.
Oh lord. Previous old
It's
mail.
still less than Mrs. Smith.
Oh boy.
So you take off. By this point, you are in orbit. Leaving LV 1187. And I take it. So, is there anything else you need to do, or are you going to go to cryo sleep?
I would
Probably-
like to go ahead and. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to turn and say maybe have a mission debrief with the captain, McCoy, and Delacroix on everything, and advise them of what will happen upon arrival.
Okay.
We'll just turn and say that will happen probably about what, an hour before Cryer, but probably after dinner, that sort of thing.
So okay, so
Okay.
okay.
Before that, McCoy is just gonna, well, like recheck, secure all the samples, and set some stuff up that's gonna be ran during the transit time.
Just give me a moment.
Is that supposed to be dumb or dump?
I guess.
Oh, I
Can't edit your messages in Boundary. I hate it.
yeah, sadly.
Okay. And then this is where Drake will probably meet up with them in the mess hall for dinner.
And of course, the captain will take McCoy up on his offer of some extra yum yum in her drink with dinner.
Hana.
Yeah, I got like a messenger
kit
bag with me at all times, some papers around. I'll
for
just I'll
Matthew.
show her the bottle.
Yeah, just more punch for Matthew.
He's going to be fine with water.
I see. She then, like, he like looks at it, and then she just immediately just looks up uncaringly and pours water.
To your health, Cap.
To everyone's health, yeah.
Oh yeah. Here's to my sanity. It just takes a swig right from the bottle.
Well, at least you poured me some before you did that.
Drake probably will look to.
I mean, it's alcohol anyway.
Oh God! What
Trust
was
me,
the
I'm a
name?
scientist.
Lareaux for the cigarette. Can I be able to borrow a cigarette off you until we get to Anchor Point?
She checks her pack. There's 3 left. She's like, what the hell? Hands you one. Puts one in her mouth. Hands the other to McCoy.
And this is where, before Drake lights it, she'll turn, looks to Delacroix and go, "Are you fine with us doing this?"
It's fine.
She gave permission earlier.
I mean,
just-
we do the work, right? Downtime is our time.
I can't recall if Drake was actually in the room at the time when that happened, so that's why I'm just being cautious.
Oh, I gotcha. Are the
Yeah.
other crew members, the NPCs, in here
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess I'll just drag in Sierra's token to represent all of them because they're 5 of them.
Has a kids meal style thing prepped for Matthew.
Have some chicken nuggets and macaroni. Macaroni with the chicken strips.
Dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets, right?
Yeah, and then she moves over, serves thing. Like, as it stands, since we haven't been instructed to share Miss Drake's personal provisions, today is sauteed duck.
Synthetic or real?
Because of the
Real.
occasion, I am making sure it's on company salary, and I'm paying for it.
Hmm.
Real. Conversely, we are also now out of sauteed duck.
Easily replaceable once we're at anchor point, hopefully.
Well, I take it we're all going to have to eat it really slow, guys.
Is there some white wine to go with it? No? Okay.
There
What?
is a little
Can I
Good
get some more
question.
of your whiskey?
However,
Oh yeah,
most of
sorry,
our
I
alcohol,
had to
however,
step
most
out
of
for
our
a minute.
alcohol is hard alcohol. I can
Yeah,
open
so
the
with
big
no white
strength.
wine, I'll take some more whiskey.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, Anna just pours whatever because that's what she was instructed to do.
Shares the bottle again. The captain.
Except for, of course, the child. It's like,
Child apparently doesn't even get milk. Don't you want him to have strong bones, Doctor?
Anyway, McCoy can appreciate the good drinking. If the captain knows how to hold down liquor.
So to the other crew, Lareaux would just ask to make sure that everything was battened down properly, all the vehicles checked out and are fine. If anything else is of concern on the ship before we jump into FTL.
Yeah, the respective folks, like Tyler mentioned, is like, oh no, Cap, I got the NR9s locked down, reactors going fine, everything is a-okay, and then it just has like another big bite of food. And then Sierra then would also mention the fact that she had put the ship on course to fucking anchor point. So basically, once they once you guys enter cryo sleep, you're all set. So, but then the rest of the crew, it's like, oh no, we got it all taken care of.
Excellent. Well, there might have been a few snags on this mission, but I would say at this point it's a success because we're arriving early as well. Here's to bonuses. Yes, Agent Drake?
Yes, we have completed everything ahead of schedule, so which is what comes to the next part of this debrief. Even though I was going to do it after dinner, but well, looks like we might be going straight into cryo to get this mission over and done with. The payment for this mission is about 57,000, which is going to be divided evenly amongst us four, excluding excluding the Hana unit because company property and assets. So she's only just to make sure that her repairs are kept up to date and all that.
my service is payment enough.
But you'll get a full summary of what you will be getting as such. Give me 1 second. I've got it all written down, I think.
Likewise, I've been instructed that I should apologize for any prior behaviors that were considered inappropriate, as they were based upon prior experiences and obviously are not appropriate for this current crew.
Making sure I've got it right. Yes. Okay. There we go. There we go.
Ooh, that's a nice pay.
Oh, that's awesome!
Damn.
Holy shit!
21,400.
Oh, we even get paid for when we're in cryo.
That we do.
Sometimes I'm very happy that I switched from LaSalle to Weyland-Yutani.
In that case, shouldn't Ripley have been like, you throw me, it's like, I'm done. I have 70 years.
Right.
Like-
56 years in cryo. You owe me back pay, bitches. Who cares about your ship?
She'd be like, technically, you can just take my back pay for the
Yeah.
destruction of the Nostromo.
Exactly.
I could actually just imagine Ellen Ripley doing that. It's like, I was in cryo for like 86 years, so where's my back pay?
Yeah, by the time I've gone into, overtime, gold time, ultra gold time.
Yeah. So, and this is where she shares this information saying, Captain, you'll be paid this much. Dr. McCoy, and Dr. Lacroix, this is what your total pay it for this entire mission and the travel as well.
Oh,
Nice.
very good. Votre santé.
Hmm.
As she raises her glass. And then just shoots it. Alright, I'm gonna go strip and pass out.
Okay. Well, hopefully this was a good dinner for everyone.
Just a sec, guys.
I do not eat, so I have no ability to subjectively comment on that.
This is where Drake just goes, I don't know what to say to that. So she just keeps on eating.
Neither do I, man. Neither do I.
So, yeah. And Drake will just go ahead and head off to her quarters after feeding and to finalize a few other things and so forth.
Back again.
Alrighty.
And yeah, after typing up her report on the mission, Lareaux would make her way to cryo and climb on in.
Alright, so is everybody going to cryo?
Yeah, I'll do
Yes.
some last minute stuff and then make sure everyone gets into cryo, then go to sleep.
Alright, cool. So then I'd say that we wrap there and we do XP.
Yes.
So just everybody let me know when you have your sheets up.
Yeah.
I always have it up 24/7.
Good, you're like me then. Okay, so why do I have two of these windows open? Okay. Everybody gets 1 point for participation automatically.
Yep.
Yes.
Did you risk your sacrifice something for your personal agenda? If you guys want me to check over your sheets for that, I can do so.
Hold on, let me.
Or you can send it to me
Yeah, I
to DM
would.
or whatever.
I would. Say I did.
Not really yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's up to you if I did or not.
Okay, is it on your sheet? You want me to check there?
Yeah,
or-
I
okay.
put it in the
Okay.
sheet.
Yeah. I'll leave it at your discretion, Cody.
Yeah, I mean you followed your agenda.
Okay.
Knock. Then as for
Okay.
you, Dax, let me take a look. Yeah. Yeah. I'll count that.
Okay.
So next is, did you risk your life for your buddy PC?
Nope. Not me
No.
anyway.
No, there was not. I don't think there was direct life risking for anyone.
Here's something that
I
might actually
think-
have been met. Did you challenge or stand up to your rival?
I got a rival. Does that count?
Yeah, same for me.
Hana is everyone's rival at this point.
Actually, no. My rival's the doctor.
Why?
Which doctor?
Actually, yeah. me too.
Dr.
Medical doctor.
Lacroix.
Ah,
Yeah, the medic.
MD.
I think her and I butted heads there at the end.
I have a
Yeah, that was
feeling.
an unexpected one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn around and say risking my life. I think it's more the opposite. I think Hana was trying to risk my life by putting me in the firing line.
Oh my god. So
But I do feel like Rumba's character and McCoy are pretty much more like we hate the company agent and the synth, the sex bots. So they're rivals. I have a feeling I'm counted as rivals to them.
well, basically,
Maybe.
just as long as you you know, challenge or stand up to your rival, then I'll leave that up to
Which
you.
I didn't.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Yeah, I
definitely
challenged. I challenged a lot. So
challenge the what now?
But creating rivals was not a thing then, or
Yeah,
Okay.
rules is written. You don't get a point for coming
Yeah.
up with a
Okay.
rival,
that's
but
fine.
if you stand up to your rival, then you get a point for that. But I guess we'll.
yeah, but that happened in the same session for me though.
True.
Like, with
I
Anna.
would say it applies. 'Cause
Yeah.
we wouldn't know
Okay.
who's going to be a rival until we actually got to interact.
Yeah.
That's my thought, of course.
No, that's a good thought. That's a good point.
All right.
So I'm willing to count that then.
Okay.
Did you make a panic roll?
No.
I know one person did. I think it was Knock who
Huh.
made the panic roll, but
Did I have a panic roll? I did. I had to keep
I
it
rolled
together.
a panic
Or
too.
no. Did
I
you?
rolled a panic as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I had the first panic roll.
okay. So yeah. So anybody who made a panic roll, you get a point of experience.
Sweet.
I'll say anybody who was out in the storm overcame a dangerous event.
Yeah, we
Nice.
definitely weren't in danger on the ship.
Yeah. I mean, there
Just
was
sipping coffee.
yeah, and there was some pretty intense social conflict, but I'll definitely say like with certainty that the ordeal outside was a dangerous event. Uh, did you make a significant discovery or revelation? Um,
Not really.
Well,
mean, we just did
Company
our
agent
job,
isn't confident
then.
and can't requisition an android.
I love how it's like, I'm gonna be a nice cutting agent. Everyone hates you more.
yeah.
You're trying too
No,
hard, man.
no. The problem is that your ambassador kind of is ruining your nice company agent logo.
But I don't know. I mean, the fact that the significant discovery, like I'm willing to say though, as GM, so I'm kind of biased here, that the fact that you guys were like, oh well, this planet seems pretty decent. I mean, the gravity's pretty heavy. No, there are storms that just showing out of nowhere. So,
Okay.
Well, if you'll give it to us, I'll take it.
yeah, yeah, I'll give you that one. I kind of consider that significant. I don't know if the GM is supposed to weigh in on that sort of thing, but I just did. So what's done is done. Did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind?
I commanded Hana really well to put down.
Yeah, you broke up the fight. That was pretty cool.
The kid actually showing how to use the sensors.
Yeah,
That was.
yeah.
Yeah.
The grown-ups were like fuddling around with it. It's like, okay,
And he's like,
boomers.
"It's here." Yeah, totally a here boomer.
So yeah, so Matthew, he gets a point for extraordinary action. Captain Lareaux gets one for breaking up the fight. And you all were paid, so you all get a point there.
Nice.
And
Okay.
if you want to do any like level up a skill or get a new talent, then if you have enough XP, because I haven't actually kept tabs on who has how much, then you can do that.
Well, it's first session, so
It's a normal cost of everything?
Yeah, everything's
Okay,
5.
I'm gonna up my piloting by 1. I made a successful roll, so
Okay.
put a
That's
point
good
I'm
call.
gonna do Comtech because at one point I did get a decent roll. Actually, how often do we have anybody else
I
like
can
versed
teach
in
you.
Comtech?
Hana is.
I could teach you as well. I got
Yeah.
2
Well, I'm
in
just trying to decide like, is it worth it for me to really add to it, or should I focus on
And
other
how long is the trip
stuff?
going to be? Because Hana has a lot of time to learn.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Hana can do it
Yeah,
every
so the
day
trip
for.
to Anchor Point is going to be 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So we got to the planet in 3 weeks. We'll play there for like a day. And we're coming back 2 weeks ahead of time and we're getting paid full amount for 8 weeks. So it's a good thing all around.
Well, maybe not for Miss Drake, because they'll be like, "What? You left already?"
I tried. I tried. Okay. I'm actually going to get a talent with my 5 experience.
All right.
I would like to get the company agent talent of cunning.
Okay.
All right. If I'm not mistaken, it's a wits roll to be able to.
Yeah, it's just a what's roll.
Damn it. Looks like I'm gonna have to wait till next the session to fix that up.
Yeah, I mean, if you remind me, if you guys want, then once you get to Anchor Point, you have some downtime before launching again. You can make a what's roll before heading out.
Okay, I'll put
So just write yourself a note in your if I think players have like a description or an ad hoc section or something like that.
But yeah, actually, Hana
Yeah, an
will
inventory.
forewarn Miss Drake. Miss Drake, bit of a warning. Corporate prefers results. They do not prefer there to be negatives, even if things are inhospitable as far as the colonies go.
Why not let me deal with the ramifications of that? I will forward them every bit of recommendation that the crew has provided. I'm sure that their experience, qualifications, and knowledgeable backgrounds is more than enough for the company to realize that we are definitely most likely have to consider the fact that this place is a possibility, but some necessary alterations and modifications are required for a stabilized colony to be thriving.
Ma'am, I don't think you understand. This is Weyland-Yutani. But I will serve you, whatever your decisions are.
I know. But if we're frank and honest,
Always.
and good, I don't give a fuck what the company thinks. They're going to get my recommendations. They don't like it, they can suck it.
Well, that wraps us up.
Hope you guys have fun.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
That's
That was
the end of the
certainly an interesting
century.
one for social stuff. That was really
Oh
good.
yeah, that was really good for the social like. Isaac, I don't know if you do it on purpose, but yeah, your Hana rubs people the wrong way.
Oh yeah.
I know. I literally just is like she is literally a machine trying, because there's so many things about human interactions that make no sense when you think about them objectively,
Yeah.
and it's a machine, so it doesn't have emotions going through, so it has to process too. It has to actually put a lot of processor power into just figuring out how to socially fit in, and it's not always going to work because there's a lot of things that make no sense within human behavior, but they're part of them.
I definitely look forward to seeing how all these fun new relationships pan out.
Yeah, I mean, I was
Yeah.
hoping this would be interesting in absence of like any like actual like combat or alien and intense stuff.
The important thing is Hana's not student, hence the immediate warning is like, listen, Weyland-Yutani is expecting results, and they're not going to be happy with you.
And this is where the comment of saying, I don't give a fuck what the company thinks.
Yeah.
And yet you're their corporate agent.
Yeah.
That's an interesting variation on the trope. Anyway, I'm gonna grab some grub.
Thanks for showing up to play. I had a great time.
Yep.
Thanks
Let us
for
know when the
making
next
the
one will
game.
be.
Yeah, definitely. Next one will probably, I mean, yeah, I'm guessing I might as well just adhere to your, like, I am going to clear up my Twilight 2000 cast, but it probably will be going for like a first Sunday thing.
Okay, cool. So that'd be
So,
like November 7th potentially.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
I'll let you guys know how that pans out, because like I said, I'm going to be kind of busy this month and potentially even next. So I don't know how things are going to pan out, but I was just keen to try to squeeze in a session as soon as I could.
I'm filming it probably in November. It's one weekend, so.
Oh, okay.
That's good. I'm doing a
get
short
rich.
film.
Nice. So, yeah, so we glad we got that settled. And thanks again
Alright.
for glad
See
you
you
guys
guys
like the game.
later.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cody.
Later.
Thanks, man.